about a camera with that cunt. You know, look at the stunts he pulled. Popped out from nowhere saying, I want you to scrap. I said, all right. Started trying to say, I want you in on the Gorbals estate in Glasgow, 4 o'clock. Is everyone going to go to Glasgow by myself and have a straightener with a gang of gangsters? Is you fucking mad? Little shithouse rat, innit? So we got told, yeah, get down, kid. You're an hour away. You got a 40 grand ride there. Get to Birmingham. That offer still stands for that shithouse, but he won't take it up. Get your shit in a twist. He won't take that up. Not one of them will. Danny Christie would have came down by himself, but he can wait. You know, he's been coming at me while I'm weak and he's dead strong and he's in his element, sucking the energy out of me. He's on a downward spiral as well now. I'm hearing nasty things are coming his way in the next couple of months. Very nasty things coming his way in the next couple of months. And you'll see him on the gutter. And that's just fact. That's not me hating. I've had that. That's a good source. Danny Christie's on a downward spiral in the next few months. Probably by Christmas. See, that's what they do. They forget loads of shit, mate. They forget loads of mad stuff that they've done. No, because they're caught up in another space now. They forgot the other space they were in. It's scheme boys from Glasgow. You know that, Gee? But that English lad, just a shithouse. Always has been since I met him. Yes, Claire. He's an agent, isn't he? Freemason, isn't he? Atwood. So, you know, a few years ago, you had all this mad shit going on YouTube. And guess who was smack bang in the middle of it all? Me. Why? I haven't got a clue. I was just getting used by these podcasters to create this mad YouTube wars, they called it. And every one of them gained on the back of it, but me. Paul Venus got his profile going on it. Danny Christie got his profile going on it. English, Herbie, Joey Kidd, all of them got all their profiles bouncing on these YouTube wars. And who was the using in the centre of it all? Fucking me. Straight up. Or every one of them with their platforms, most of their followers come because they were cancelling me out. Straight up, mate. I'm not lying on none of this. This is all how it went down on YouTube. All them names I've named before, every one of them was coming at me at the same time. Funny, aren't they? But as I say, look at me. Yeah, I'm on a fast one. Yeah, I'm a bit lively. Yeah, I'm game as fuck. But I'm straight. I don't batter women. I don't drink. I don't sniff cocaine. I don't take steroids. I'm a completely different fucking class than all them. Fuck how they look, the money they've got and all this bullshit. Look at the faces on them. The faces tell a true fucking story, mate. Yeah. So normally I get angry because people are winding me up. Now I'm passionate because I'm talking about a gang of fucking dirty scumbags. And as I say, people, I haven't had time to myself. I'm only just getting time to myself. I'm only just getting time to work on me fucking self, mate. Hey, these cunts haven't seen me. They haven't seen the proper product, mate. They've seen me half-hearted all the time. Think about the first podcast I done with English. Traumaed up to fuck. They haven't seen me at full capacity, and when they do, they're gonna fucking know it. Especially that fucking English and Herbie. Oh, we're in the busy rush hour. Everyone's on the way to work now, people. Obviously not the podcasters that sit there and beg it. I'm not begging it. You don't have to gift me, mate. I'm happy with the dough I get off the benefit system. I can live off the money on the benefit system. Obviously, my kids can't, but there you go. But it all on alone. You see, what doesn't kill you makes you harder, doesn't it? When you're on drugs, it's slowly killing you. So it doesn't make you harder, dickhead.
I wonder if that's where I live.
Yes, Jan. That's it, Antler. Kenny's saying he needs training. We'll get in the gym then, lad. You don't need no one to train you. You can train yourself. All these middlemen you can cut out. You want to train, but you need a PT. That's a middleman. Fuck him off. Get in the gym, train. There's middlemen everywhere. No to drugs. That's what it's about, Joe. You've only got to look around to see the damage drugs is doing to every walk of life. Even when you don't take them, you're getting robbed by them. Most folk just don't have the motivation because they drink coffee. Sounds mad, that, doesn't it? Because they drink coffee. Well, coffee motivates you, doesn't it? And when you haven't got your coffee, you're unmotivated. Simple as that, innit? Yes, definitely. How can coffee motivate you? Alright, some of you won't move out your fucking house till you've had a coffee. There you go, that's why it motivates you. Wings of Love's on a third. Fucking hell. That's like a crackhead having 3 stones this morning. Same thing, mate. I know you don't see yourself in that light, but, you know, scientifically you're in that state. Imagine what goes on off that coffee. Like, imagine the side effects off that coffee, like. Listen, I've had a strong coffee and my shit was like tar off one coffee. When you rely on anything, it's an addiction. Can't be. I rely on that toilet roll to wipe my ass. Are you telling me I'm addicted to toilet roll, are you? Exactly. They've got full shops dedicated to coffee, look. Coffee shop. Fucking coffee shop here, coffee shop there, coffee shop fucking everywhere. Everyone's running around charged up off caffeine. Everyone's charged up off caffeine, aren't they? On fast ones and that. You see people with like 10 bags of bifter in the mouth, and then you just see a Costa coffee taking one full hand. Nothing else has got a full hand. Everything else is wrapped around the neck, the shoulder, the fucking waist, everything, and then you've got one big hand for coffee. The whole body's wrapped in bags and everything. But because coffee is so privileged, it gets a full hand. Anyway, I believe there's going to be serious side effects come from coffee in the future, but something else to get the blame. See what you've got in Birmingham, you've got loads of like buildings that you can walk through. In one side, straight out the other sea. And you've got your House of Shy. It's nice, but one a month. You can't drink that Shy 3 times, 4 times a day. It's too sweet. Used to go to this place in like a rough part of Birmingham. What's it called? Sparkhill. And they had this Thai shop, cheese shop there. Cheese in it. Cheese shop. You know, a tea shop. And fucking, sorry mate. You park over the road facing it, and they come over and take your order. I used to go there a couple of nights a week with a few kids. A few years ago, I haven't been there, them kids since. For ages, actually. Something's in the air. Peter's saying arcades. Oh, is that what you call them, arcades? Well, how come you call them arcades like it's got fruit machines in there? Can't believe the sun is shining and it's quite warm, you know. Do you want to see what I look like? See me in the glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. But alone. Get rid of these little junkies. Screaming for attention. Innit, Mark? You and your fucked up family. What a fucking disgusting rat you turned out to be, Mark. Got your voice notes and that, you know when you're talking about Scousers, who you're living amongst. Shall I put them out there for you, Mark? Expose you, ruin your little comfortable life. Talking about Scousers behind the backs and that, but then mixing with them. Got it all, Mark. Suggest you shut your mouth, mate. Stop coming in me live. Yes, Lou, Joe Godwin. You gotta firm a dickheads from Aylwood in Liverpool, proper knobheads. Grown men like, but they think they're fucking special. Just a gang of dickheads. And you know who you are from Aylwood, don't you, John? You and your little firm of drug dealing fucking scumbags. These people won't know what I'm on about, but they're sat there, they'll know what I'm speaking about. Yes, Sam, Luke. I just feel like I've got to pay a few fucking rats back for what they've done to me. That's the way I feel. Honest, and that's what I'm prepping for, to be honest. That's what I'm prepping for, mate. I'm in that gym thinking about these rats now. It's giving me this fire I've never used. I've never used, like, the energy of others to motivate myself, ever, never. But now I am. Now I'm using what these rats have done. I can just envision them, the state of them. How dare they? How dare them cheeky bastards come at me the way they came at me, mate. Wow. You got me while I was confused, fresh out of prison, in a mad fucking space with loads targeting me. I'm out of that space now, you shithouse rats. And watch. Fucking watch, mate. Yous are nothing but a gang of wasted shithouse men. That's what yous are. You've got girls in your community getting fucking harmed to death. And what are yous doing? Sniffing coke, taking steroids, you fucking waste of space. Yous are no marks. What mark have yous fucking left? Nothing. Yous are a waste of fucking space, all yous. Drug dealing, drug sniffing, steroid abusing, egotistic, materialistic gang of gobshites. Every fucking one of yous, mate. Just think about the people I'm speaking on. Look at them. Just go and look at them. And then look at the face on the girlfriends. Gives you the strong fucking indication of what that man's like. Anyway, let's see if this police museum's open. I walk past it every day. But it's always shut, so I'll see if it's open now. RG, not want to speak. Are you going to stop me from speaking, are you? Like your dad and you smell like your ma. Both are rotten. So get the fuck out of my life, scumbag. Obviously something's going wrong.
Joke.
No, you got Bell. Don't think you can understand Bell. I think there was a language barrier there or something. I speak fluent Irish. He speaks fluent English. Definite language barrier. Hello, you my friend. You like my bell?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my friend. Do you like my bell? Do you like my bell? Do you like my bell? Bell. You like my bell?
Yeah.
Oh, great. He likes my bell. Looks like the bell's becoming a good prop. I knew it would. I knew I'd have all sorts of uses for this fucking bell end. There's loads of things I can do with my bell end now. Look at the things I can do with my bell end. Polish it. Make it ring. Lift it up, put it down. Side, right. Forward, backwards. I just knew it was going to be a prop you couldn't challenge. It's go and door 4, use the prop more. Are you English if you're not white? Well, I suppose so.
You are.
Fucking leg it, lad. You're sitting there with a St. George smoking rollies, lads. Yeah. Yes, P, lad. You like my bell? You like my bell? Hello, my brother. Hello, my brother. You like my bell? You like my bell? Hello, brother. You like my bell? Fucking hell, what was that, a nightclub in Afghanistan or something? See them all hid in a tent, fucking boogieing and that. There's something wrong there. That weren't right. What was he? Advertising that young boy or something, was he? Excuse me, people. Pardon me for being rude. It was not me, it was my food. Pardon me for being rude. It was not me, it was my food. Pardon me for being rude, it was not me, it was my food. Let's go again. This one doesn't want to answer saying it. It was trying, but it wasn't happening. Is there anybody out there? Hello, my brother! How do you like my bell? How do you like my bell, my brother? Husef Kashif, do you like my bell? Do you like my bell? Sharif Kavif, do you like my bell? Do I sound Italian and we're pulling it off, or do we just sound like some fucking dickhead that's drunk? Oh, senor, you like my bell? Senor, you like my bell? Senor, you like my bell? You like my bell, senor? Oh God! I can feel it. You motherfucker, I've got a piece of jigsaw on my seat. Oh no. Imagine I wouldn't have put it in there and give it to someone for Christmas and there was one piece missing. Oh no. We can't let that happen, can we? Oh no. We cannot let that happen, Daz. Hey, Dazza, we can't let it happen. I'll just slip it in. Know what I'm saying, sweet cheeks? You know what I mean. Slipped in. talker, you took your time putting that underwear on the line. Did you put all the boxing shorts? Did you put all the socks on there? Oh yes, Master Darren Gee, I did. Great. Well, now that you've done the toilet, the front path, the wheel trims, the gutters, and the fucking washing line work, you can have a break. Go and have a bifter. You've got 15 minutes, so you'll have 2 bifters. Yes, Natalie McDermott. Call it your lunch break. Below way. Let's go again. Let's knock on the door. What, he must have been on a roof. The Joker. Fucking creatures, aren't they? Probably security guard walking around a car park. What is full of oddballs, says Kim's Rachel. Polly Pocket. Hello, my brother. You like my bell?
Okay.
You like my bell?
Okay. You ten. Yes.
You know, you up and down. Why was that cunt so fucking happy? I've never seen someone so happy to see my fucking bell end. He was over the fucking moon asking me to fucking... And the rest of it, my guy buzzing. Well received. How are you, my brother? You like my bell?
Man, match you are playing, man. Come shoot off your head, man.
Yo, brother, you like my bell? You like my bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you like my bell, yeah?
Man, you can't, man.
Yeah. Don't upset that cunt, lad. He'll fucking bite your nose off and eat it. Polly Pocket. Kim's...
Yes, mate. How you doing, man?
So how are you, lad? We've just been on there, haven't we?
Yeah, I think my internet signal was not the best.
Oh, is that why you keep on breaking
So
up, lad?
basically... Oh, is it really? So basically, are you English if you're not white? Like, I don't think you have to be white to be English. I think it's the flag represents everyone now.
Depends where you're born, innit?
Yeah.
So if you're
100%.
born, so listen, you've got 4 kingdoms, and together they're united apparently under the Union Jack. So you've got England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. So it doesn't matter what colour your skin is, what religion you are, whether you're male or female or anything in between. If you're born in England, you should be proud of your English flag. If you're born in Scotland, you should be proud of your Scottish flag.
Yeah. And is it me or you, like all the past history? That's the past. Like we should make this flag modernized in terms of keep the flag, but everyone represent it. If you're British, everyone loves being here because
you see back in the history, that flag was loved. Why? Because it brought a lot of stability to a lot of communities back in the day. Whether we like that or not, back in the day, it was loved for its own reasons. Today, it's hated for what it was back in the day. When in reality, it should be, if you're a black kid or an Asian kid or whatever, and you're born in England, you should be waving that flag with pride.
100%.
And if you do, look,
I'm mixed.
If the people that are born in these places like Wales, Scotland and all this, if they start being proud about where they're from and raising their flag instead of the Nana's flag, everything would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, mate. Because I always see people saying stuff like, "Oh, that the Tommy Robinson march was racist," but I see a lot of other races there. Like there was even Muslims there saying that, you know, if the downfall of this country happens, it ain't gonna be good for anyone, is it? No matter where you're from.
I know what you're saying, but the way I look at that shout is, so what you're saying is Tommy Robinson's not racist, but
Tommy Robinson,
he won't like your
sure.
skin colour if you're a Muslim.
What, Tommy Robinson? Do you know what it is?
Well, look,
you can see my
look.
You can see my
apparently
picture.
he's not racist. Apparently he's not racist, but he hates all people of Islam. Apparently, right? So
yeah, but you know that there is white people that are from Islam as well, man.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm fully aware of all this, mates. I'm fully aware of the dynamics of everything here. But the point I'm making is this. So, does he hate his own colour? If he hates all Muslims, he must be hating
I don't think
white
he
Muslims,
does.
mustn't he? Do you get what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I think people get. I think they get confused because, like, Tommy Robinson himself, I can't say whether he's racist or not. But when it to Islam,
I know what you're saying, mate. But
I don't think it's anything to do with racist. It's more of like
his ideas make him that.
Yeah, he could.
So look, basically, what you're saying is, if you're a Christian black lad, he'll have open dialogue with you. But if you're a Muslim black lad, he won't. So I don't know how would you define race?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. And race.
That's what I said.
Obviously, it's man-made. Like,
It's man-made. It's a man-made divisional tool, but it works, doesn't it?
Man-made.
Yeah, it is man-made, definitely. But
it does, mate. It does, but I think, like, you see that stuff like a Barack Obama. I think that stuff like he should be classified as mixed race and speak from a mixed race perspective, not just black. That's what my problem is. I think the mixed race people, there's people that are white and Pakistan. Where are they speaking up? You know, on what's the sort of thing, you know. It's with
so
the white.
Are you a black lad?
A black guy, or it's never like a mixed race. Are
you mixed race?
White. Yeah, I'm German, English, Irish, Jamaican.
I don't know where he is. He's in jail. He's sat in jail. I think he was talking about races, then used a mad words against Pakistan lads there, didn't he? That's what shocked me there. So you're basically speaking to a racist who's trying to talk about racial stuff, aren't you? But project it like he's not. The first mad word he had come out of his word is the PAKI. I'll just say it. No, I can't, because I'll get kicked off my fucking live. But I heard that straight away, and that indicates to me you've got a little bit of discrimination going on there with your fella. We used to use that language when we were going to shop. And if he didn't let us off with 10 pence, we'll call him a little fucking thing, go and run away. But that's when you're about fucking 7 and 8 and you haven't got a clue. He's half Jamaican, says Rachel. It doesn't matter if you're half of this or half of that, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter. If anything, you've got best of both worlds, haven't you, if you're mixed race? I was thinking that this morning. So, you know, yesterday when I was speaking about, like, the DNA traits in Africans and Caucasians and the DNA points in African people, I've got like 7 points, and the DNA in Caucasian people has got 6 points. So I was thinking, if they come together, you get 13 points, don't you? In your DNA. So that child must be extra special, mustn't it? Think about it. If you've got a kid coming from 2 Caucasian people and their DNA factors 0.5 each, they have a kid. It's coming out to a certain level. But if you've got a black woman and a white man and they have babies, that kid must have a more substantial DNA, mustn't he? If mum's got 7 and dad's got 6, when his over there's got 6 and 6. Anyway, whatever it is, how your body's made up depending on where you've been raised, basically. How your environment is, what you're breathing in, what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're sleeping on, if you're sleeping on anything. Do you understand what I mean? The more harsh your conditions, the more durable you are as a human. So you see, when we were growing up, we had very harsh conditions. So you bred a lot of strong men. Why? Because we were raised in rough harsh conditions. So you bred a lot of strong, durable men. The kids of today aren't getting bred in harsh conditions. Doesn't matter how poor you are, you've got a 50-inch telly on your wall. Doesn't matter how poor you are, you've got that big fridge and that big couch. Why? Because you got it all on the drip. And this is what they've done with us. This is how they've made the poor think that they're not poor with the materials. So if you remember years ago, you used to have to save, your mum used to have to save for a couple of years to get a new 3-piece suite. And every 4 or 5 years, your ma would get a brand new 3-piece suite. Why? Because she'd saved for it. And every so often, she'd get new things. Why? Because she'd saved for it. She'd worked, done whatever, and saved. And then she'd go out and reward herself and your kids. But there was always that murmur. How come the rich have got everything and the poor have got fucking nothing? How come all them have got all this and we've got fucking nothing? And that was more rife in the 80s, you know. People could see we're poor, they're fucking rich, and there was a massive problem. And the rich were getting worried. Why? Because that's the biggest war that's to come now. When we realise we're poor, we will attack the rich. End of. As long as we don't realise we're poor, we won't attack the rich. So what did they do? Open these shops where your ma could go in and get a washing machine, a fridge, a dryer, a couch, a telly, and everything fucking else that she's never been able to afford. Now she can get for £5 a week. Now your ma's living in a fucking house that's fucking rigged up to fuck, believing she's not poor. That soft cunt in the car on the drip thinks she's not poor. And this is what they've done. They've made the poor believe they're not poor. Why? Because you've got a nice couch and a big telly. Why? Because you've got a car that you're paying each month for. You believe you're not poor. And that's why they've done it. That's why they give all the poor people access to mobile phones on the drip when they've got no credit at all. But you can still have a phone. Gives you the opinion you're not poor. Gives you the outlook like you're not poor. Makes you feel like you're better off like everyone else, when in reality you're just poor as fuck. You're probably still going to be sat on that couch in 5 years. You've had it for 5 years. You're still paying it off, you soft cunt. Why? Because you're poor. And this is why you need to wake the fuck up and understand that we're poor, and when we start targeting the rich, things will get better. If we keep on targeting each other, we're not getting nowhere. If we start targeting the rich, shit gets better for us. It does. Why? Because we get money, we get food, we get things that we're being declined and deprived of because we're poor. It's what happens when you start robbing the rich instead of robbing your own. And that's what the cunts started making us do, rob our own kind. Back in the day, you wouldn't shit on your doorstep. Every kid today is shitting on the doorstep. That's just true. That's the way life is now, isn't it? We're poor and you've got the rich. The rich control us. Why? Because they're rich. Yes, Jimmy D. And we're caught up down here a large proportion of the population are fucked off race, fucked off discrimination, fucked off culture, fucked off religion. The rich aren't. They'll all sit there with a little rent boy and all use the same rent boy. It doesn't matter if it's a Jew, a Muslim or a Christian. They're all bang at it at that top table. They'll all sit there. They don't hate on each other because they're Muslims and Christians. But the poor people do. I wonder why. And that's what it comes back down to at the end of the day. I'm telling you. The poor and the rich, that's the only real divide. While all yous aren't thinking you're poor, you look for other divisions. Or did you wait for me to look at the screen? Hey, thinking you were getting somewhere. You little helmet. Smack rat. It's like your mother. How are you, Trouble? You alright, mate? Yeah, so I'm going to make sure I do a live every evening. Get back on it. Because you're probably watching dickheads all evening. When I could be on here making you laugh, entertaining people, bringing you human subjects, objectives, topics, productive stuff. Yes, Lulu. Last meal request if you were on death row.
Hello, sir.
How are you, mate? You alright?
Well, I'm a Tololo.
Are you alright?
Yeah, where you from, my brother? Where you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, good on you, my Nigerian brother. You like my bell?
You like my bell?
Why you say?
You like my bell?
Yes, yes.
Nigerians are great, you know. First time I met a Nigerian, I was in jail. Big Nigerian kid came in for cocaine. Flew from Nigeria straight into London with it. He got it. But he's the first Nigerian kid I met. And he was training with me. Training with me every day, this kid. Every day he was training with me while he was in the jail with me, and then he got deported. And I can't remember his name, but the minute I see his face, I'll remember him, and that's what I'm like. If I can remember your face, you're sweet, like. Well, if I've ever met you, I'll remember your face, but I won't remember your name. You know what it is with me? If you're consistent with me, I remember everything about you. But if you're not, I forget everything about you, other than your face. Yes, Trouble, Charlie. Ba-da-ba-da, na-na-na-na-na. Sa-ta-ta-da-ta. It's mad the way people go, I've got Nigerian neighbours and they're lovely, and I've got Jamaican neighbours and they're lovely, and I've got fucking this type of neighbour. Why can't you say I've got neighbours and they're great? You can't, can you? You feel like you've got to describe what your neighbour looks like and give them credit. It's mad the way some people think like other people haven't got the credit, like they haven't got the substance of life. So So I can see where I live for the last 2 years, it's basically a black community. So with me being amongst these communities, I see mum, dad, children, boss family home. Obviously you've got your crackheads and your smackheads like in the white communities, but also like in the white communities you have got decent fucking families, but for some reason you've got people that think they don't have good families. You've got people that really think you don't get decent black families. That's why you get people descriptive. I've got a Jamaican family live next to me and they're no trouble at all. Like you've got to I'm not on you here, mate, I'm just saying, but it's like you've got to it's like the value's not known, if that makes sense. It's like everyone's got a stereotypical fucking image of like a Yardie family, haven't they? When in reality, the Yardie families I see all the time is like a proper family. And this is what you need to get. It's like Asian families, and every family, if you can take away the dress sense and just look at them as a unit, what you'll see, lad, is just like the way it's meant to be. What do they call it? What do they call that? The family unit. They call it something, don't they? Does anyone know what I mean? Nuclear. That's it, nuclear. Yes, Rose, thanks. And that's what it's all about, really. As long as you can sustain that image of man, woman and children on your culture, you'll be fine. If you start having an image now which just man and children on your culture, you're fucked, aren't you? And that's what they're trying to do, innit? Fuck our cultures up. So I've been thinking, right, we see all this free speech going on, and we see them trying to legislate it, but everyone's under the opinion it's to stop you speaking about immigrants and Islam and all this other mad shit, when in reality it's to stop you speaking about gays. Pakistani kids fighting. They want all that. They want that division. They don't want us united. They don't want to see a Pakistani Muslim kid there, a black Christian kid there, and a white atheist all waving the same flag, screaming about the rich elite. They don't want that. They want you killing each other. Don't allow it. Snap out of the fucking discrimination you've got. Why? Because the discrimination and the bullshit you got in your head comes from the space you're locked in. If you weren't locked in that space, you wouldn't be thinking that way. There's a reason you're thinking that way. It's because you're locked in that way. Snap the fuck out of it, trust me. Don't feel guilty because you miss prayer. That's the psychological psyop on you, making you feel like you've let someone down. This is how they get you. So what you're seeing now with this geopolitics is Starmer again delaying the frustrations of the people of this country. It's all he's doing. So what did he do with Hillsborough? So we could get in power, he screamed, I will make sure there's a Hillsborough law. As soon as I get in power, it will be legislated. Here we are, 2 years later nearly. Oh, they've just laid it on the floor in Parliament. That means you've got another 3 or 4 years before anything happens with the Hillsborough law. In them 3 or 4 years, he's got the support of Liverpool. Liverpool aren't going to give him shit. He can hold his events in Liverpool. Why? Because he's sorting the Labour law out for them. He's sorting the Hillsborough law out for them. So you got all the nanas and fuck-ups in Liverpool going, oh, Labour are going to do this for this. No, they're not. It's the delay. 4 years he's got a vote. Guess what he's going to shout to you Scousers? I promise you, it's coming in next year. Vote for me. What's he just done with Palestine? If you go back and get his new conference before he gets in power speaking about Hillsborough, then you look a year later, year and a half later, the next conference where he's speaking on the Hillsborough law again. Then you go and watch the speech he's just done on the Palestine thing, and you'll know, you'll understand this is a delaying tactic. This is to keep all the Muslims in this country on side. Nothing's happened, it's just being stated that they recognise it, but it hasn't gone through the laws, hasn't gone through the courts, hasn't gone through all these Brussels and all this where it's got to get implemented into, you know, proper legislation. So what's he done? Just delayed the frustrations of millions of Muslims in this country that are sick to death of watching Israel smash Palestine to death. He is one of them. It doesn't matter what they're showing you now. Oh, Starmer's writing Israel off. He mustn't like Israel. Bullshit. He's funded by them. He's paid by them. Look. Do you want to know how dangerous Israel is? You know, anyone that's gone against Israel in the whole world, right? Anyone. It doesn't matter how dangerous they are, how powerful they are. Doesn't matter if they're Arab, doesn't matter if they're American. It doesn't matter. You go against the Israelis, one of yous are dead. One of yous are getting killed, no matter what, if you've gone against the Israelis. You see Starmer, what he's done towards the Israelis there is never, ever, ever heard of. Ever. He's done it. Bet you no one gets killed. Bet you no one gets killed. Why? Because they're in on it. They are Israelites. Tony Blair, Starmer, Lord Mandelson. They're all double agents. It's like a Tommy Robinson, Russell Brand, Andrew Tate. All the same page. Traitors. Look, Andrew, what did Andrew Tate convert for? Why did he convert? He's not a revert, he's a con. He never done it with sincere, he never done it with sincerity, he hasn't done it with like real patience and modesty about it. He's done it for a deliberate reason. Do you understand, like, what place you put kids in who convert, but they didn't really want to convert? Do you understand the place you leave them in? Do you understand the mess they become because you've got them confused? That Andrew Tate, given the stage, don't think it happened overnight. You know, 10 years they've made him, just like Robinson. They made them in 10 years. That's why they've got this big following now and always in the news and always on the papers and always getting the algorithm. It's deliberate. It's meant to be. Paid agents, aren't they? So now we've got this agent and he's a big macho man and he's while he's on his steroids and all this shit, his little P-neck's turned into a snake neck, hasn't it? Andrew Tate's just a snake, isn't he? So you've got him, a little skinny twerp, nothing about him. All of a sudden he's being made this big macho alpha male. He doesn't represent an alpha male. Why? Because he batters birds. He makes money on the back of girls' trauma. That's not an alpha male. That's a shithouse rat. Always has been, always will be. He doesn't represent alpha males. But as people that were paying him, media, you know, it's all Jewish, the media, they've got him out there. Oh, misogynic, whatever you fucking call it. Andrew Tate's bad for lads, bad for lads, bad for lads. Got all the lads looking at him. All young lads off your estate, Christian born lads looking at him. He converts. You see them 3 million young lads that were watching him? 1 million converted with him. No. Fucking yeah. And that's just the way it is. That's how they've done it. And all of these people that went viral and in your faces for months and months and months, do you think they done that by themselves? Do you honestly think they've done that by themselves? You're fucked. You're blinded in what I fucking thought, mate. You know, in this world, especially when you're spinning narratives, if you don't spin the narrative they want you to spin, you're cancelled, just like me. If you spin the narrative they want you to spin, you don't get cancelled and you get loads and loads of attention on purpose. You get people sent to you through the algorithm. Why? Because you're saying what they want you to say. You're spinning their narrative. When you're going against the powers that be narrative, you get cancelled. So when they're all shouting division and they're all trying to divide you, and you've got that Muslim lad over there trying to divide you, you've got that Christian lad over there trying to divide you, you've got that football supporter over there trying to divide you, you've got that coloured kid trying to divide you, you've got that gay kid trying to divide you, you've got that rich kid trying to divide you. I'm sat here screaming unity. I'm screaming fuck all them. You need to unity to win. So what's going to happen to me? If I'm going against the grain, what's going to happen? I'm going to be shut down, aren't I? I'm going to be cancelled. I won't get the algorithm. I won't have traffic coming my way. Why? Because I'm screaming what they don't want me to scream. All them little rats that are willing to bow down, sacrifice thousands of youth just so they can have a wage and a presence on social media. They're all scumbags. Dirty, traiting pieces of shit, all of them. No morals in them at all. And I'll say that about every Judas. Every man that has had Christ since birth in their lives, and then you've just switched on him 20 years later, you're nothing but a traitor piece of fucking shit. And you'll be treated like a traitor in that religion you've gone to. You'll have slave names. You won't have master names. Not one of you converts will be called Muhammad. Let me tell you that for fucking nothing. Not one of yous. Why? Because you're not on that level. Yes, Tracy. That's fact, mate. You go and look at every convert. Find me a Muhammad. La, la, la. La, la. You got Roscoe saying there's no unity with Sharia law. Starmer soul is out. What's unity and Sharia law got to do with anything? Your perception of Sharia law is fucked, isn't it? That's what it is. Yeah, so look. Well, let's look at the laws that this land's got now and the law of another land like Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that, Dubai. That's Sharia law, isn't it? You've got levels. You know, you'll have extreme versions of Sharia law, then you'll have moderate versions, depending on where you are, depending on what version you're going to get. But in this country, we've got 125 Sharia courts anyway. Loads of offences getting dealt with in them Sharia courts. That's why the stats over here is not as high as they should be. Why? Because loads of serious sexual offences are getting dealt with over there in that Sharia court. And it's not documented. Liverpool saying Muhammad Ali Probably the only one, lad. Probably the only one, mate. And that was back in the day, when Islam weren't as powerful as it is now. So what you've got there is Sharia. So look, in this country, let's just say the law of the land is biblical, based on the Ten Commandments and in Magna Carta and all that bullshit. So you, in this country where you've got that law you want to live by, you can park your Porsche on the corner, leave its keys in there, and it'll be fucking stolen in a flash. You can get out your car with a Rolex on your wrist and you're getting your wrist snapped for your Rolex. But over there in that country where Sharia law exists, you can leave your front door open. You can leave your 50 grand car with its engine running with the keys in it. You can leave your money on the step, all you've ever earned in your life on the step. You can fuck off for 12 hours, come back and everything will be exactly the fucking same. Even better, your neighbours have came, put your money in a suitcase, put it in the cupboard in the hall and locked the door for you. Here, your neighbours are taking that dough and killing you so they can't get nicked for it. That's the difference with Sharia law. Sharia law fucking works. This law fucking doesn't. And Sharia law is not what the media have got you believing it is. Don't forget, it's the media that give you your perceptions in this country. It's the media that give you them images of the East. It's the media that tell you what Iraq's like and what Syria's like and what them people are like. That's why the majorities have got fucked minds on the East. Them countries that have been obliterated by the West and the Middle East, every one of them countries was like paradise. Every one of them countries was like your holiday resort you all pay to go to. 24-hour sun, tropical seas, bright blue seas, tropical trees, all. We get the opinion the Middle East is just sand and fucking dust, when in reality it's better than here. The Middle East is better than the West. The East of the world is 10 times better than the West of the world. In everything. Yes, Rachel. Everything. The way they build, the way they prep your food, the way they make your carpets, the way they make your fabrics. Everything's 10 times better. There's not much things in the West that haven't come from the East. The majority of the clothing you've wore all your life has come from the East. Yeah, China's in the East. China's Asia. Where have you been in the East? Nowhere, mate. But I've mixed with lads whose families still live in the East. And when they're showing me photos of where their families are living, I'm seeing proper decent villas with pure grass everywhere and fucking bright sun and everything's... Anyway, the West is fucked, always has been. The East is like paradise, always has been. It's probably why the West have fucking tried to blow it to pieces. Jealous. Go visit yourself. I will do, mate, when I can afford to. Can't afford to do fuck all at the moment. That's why I'm doing fuck all. You have been to Thailand? No. Why would you want to go to Thailand, mate? There's only two reasons why your fella or the man that you know is going to Thailand. 2 reasons, and if it's not for the one, it's definitely for the other. If your fella's going to Thailand and he's not going to learn Muay Thai, he's a nonce. Yes, Zach? Straight up, lah. If your fella's going to Thailand and he's not going to get involved in Muay Thai or shit like this, he's going because he likes boys. Young boys. Fact. You see them weird fuckers that fuck off abroad and then come back with a Thai wife? Nonce. Yes, Jockey, Steve. Well, if some of yous have come in, I haven't introduced you to the bell end. I call the bell end stalker. He's got his own little seat. The stalker is here 24/7. Little bell end, we call him. The little bell end stalker. We don't like to bring Tintin into the situation. We just like to focus on the bell end, the stalker. He gets a polish every so often by Tintin the bum knit. Yes, Lacey. That's what he is, and he's like a bum knit, isn't he? You know when you've been on a mad weekend in a Fezzy, but before you went you put brand new boxies on. Feeling all frabbesh on the Friday, feeling rough as fuck on the Sunday, you haven't changed your bills or nothing. You get home, snap a shit out, shower on, you get in there, you're giving it the 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Everything's going great, then you go around the side, go around the backside, going in the crack there to make sure everything's fantastic, and you've got a fucking bum knit. You've got Tintin clinging onto your pubs like there's no tomorrow. Tintin's like this on your pubes. You're not getting me down the shower plug hole. You're not getting me down the drain. Latching on. You've got to grab him by his fucking head. Bang! Pull him right off with about 10 of your pubs. He's not letting go. You're not getting rid of me, Darren. I'm the most naughtiest bum knit in the world. You just flush him. If you've got bum knits, just go in, lads. Fucking pull them off. Rip him off. You might lose a few pubes, but trust me, it's better than having a bum knit. And that's what Tintin. It's like a bum knit on the stalker's backside, isn't he? Wow. Hanging on. Sam, can I smoke half a cigarette with you, Sam, please? Don't throw me out like this. I've been round you for years, Sam. Look, I'm attached to your pubes. Don't pull me off, Sam. Fucking hell, it was 1:30 about an hour ago. Yes, Angela? He's still on his lunch break. Hello, my friend. You like my bell?
How are you?
I'm fine, my friend. You like my bell?
Yeah, one barrel.
You like my bell?
Yeah, okay.
You like?
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. You got bell?
brother.
A brother. A brother. One match. Melanie Blackburn will be good. If I had your courage, I would be very brave. Lot of Amy, see you later, love. Have a boss day. See, Faz.
Since the days of the sea, I'm under pressure. The stress I had me drinking, thinking niggas have to be. Must be having on your plane. Wonder why the police don't want to see stacking things. They ask more player, but I'm forever got me. I gotta thank the Lord for the key and the nicotine. I can't sleep close my eyes and see wicked names. I keep my pistol around my pants side. One in the chain, or 3 out the 5 with homicide. My life's in danger, rolling down the whole vibe. You glad strangers, hand on my 45. That's what the fame does. I'm probably wrong, but I'll never know what I'm wrong. From out the gutter with a jealous motherfucker's wrong. Pass the weed, let the Hennessy get to me before the penitentiary. Oh yeah, let's take a trip. Just sit back and let us flip with this and don't slip on a fucking dope track. Jump back, strap with the fat with the sack in a
Anyway, I'll come back on later on. As I say, I'm going to start doing regular evening lives, people, so be ready for me. Peace out till 5 show. Keep yourself centered, understand who you are, and don't let no one fuck with it. Peace out till 5 show, keep it real as always. Simple as that. And that's exactly what they've done. Sprayed all clouds over us. Removed all clouds all over India. In the last 10 years, their population has boomed into the billions, and now look at them flooding the world. Do you think that's not on purpose, don't you? Of course you do. Listen, if you're in a room or in a bed that's cold with your bird, you've got to get it hot for you to get into things. If you're in a room that's already hot, trust me, you're into things. You don't need to get hot. It's making you into things, the heat, isn't it? Same with the sun. You're in a hot climate, what do you like? You like that doggone heat. It's the way it is. We're not getting no sun, so we're not on the nest fucking going for it. Simple. The sun makes you, gives you all that energy, gives you all that rah, doesn't it? Why? Because you're seeing a lot more flesh. You're seeing a lot more wah. So you're getting this thing that's different than normally. How come you move the weather though, Jazz? How can you move the weather? You can't move the weather. That's like saying, can you move the Son of Christ? No, you fucking can't, mate. It's what gives you life. The real Son of Christ, that big bright light that's giving you daytime, that's the real sun. That is Christ, basically. Without the sun, there's no life. That's why you don't create it when you've got none. Yes, Lulu, Wendy Woo, would you do it again if you could, Darren? Do what again? The life I've just done. Could I do it again? Obviously. Why? Because I've just done it. Mastered it, didn't I? I love the sun. Everyone loves the sun. Yes, Wendy Woo. I love the sun. Everyone loves the sun. Look, when the sun's out, what's happening? Think about it a second. When the sun comes out, what's everyone doing? Buzzing round, dead fast, all happy, smiling, music pumping, boom, boom, boom. Everyone out for the day, kids running around, water fights, everyone's buzzing, way. Pure energy. Pure sun rays, pure sun power. And then what happens when the sun's gone? Hardly see anyone, do you? All locked off. Look, you know, if this country was like Spain, we would all be fucking buzzing. I don't mean the buildings, I don't mean the beaches, I just mean sun. If we were just getting given the sun that we should be getting given, we'd all be happy. We'd all be breathing, all be creating. But we've got no sun. Why? Because they're putting clouds in front of the sun and we're not getting what we used to get. It's why loads of us look sick. It's why loads of us are getting sick. Everything that lives on this planet only lives because of the sun. Nothing else. There wouldn't be water without sun. Everything's the sun. You wouldn't have a plant. You would not have a living thing if there was no sun. Without sun, nothing grows. Yes, Rihanna, Melanie, plants need sun, and you're like a plant. You're rooted to the ground. You just don't know it. Yes, Lulu. Got to love the moon too. Well, it depends what you're worshipping. Two real forms of worshippers back in the day. Moon shippers, moon worshippers and sun worshippers. Some didn't come out till the dark. Some only came out in the day. Yes, Lynn. In Dubai, the Muslims are at it. Changing weather. Maybe they have something to do. They're all doing it, all the powers that be. They're not hiding it now. They've admitted it. You know what I've just said there about them blocking the sun out. Google it. The government's told us they're doing it. They've had to. They've been doing it for years. But because loads of people were starting to believe the conspiracy theory, they've had to tell us it's the truth. And it's factual. Go and Google it in a minute. What do they call it? Something, I don't know what they call it, some mad title so we sound legitimate, but it's just chemtrails basically. Spraying them below the sun so the sun can't penetrate through it to give us the benefits, like the vitamin D. The things that make your bones stronger. You probably got pure pensioners having mad fractures or fractures going through the roof and that. Why? Because we're being prevented from getting vitamin D. And that vitamin D is not unlike a powdered vitamin D. You can't get vitamin D in powder form. Where the fuck they're getting it from, I don't know. They definitely get it from calcium, don't they? And you definitely get the calcium from milk, innit? And other things like. So when Dubai flooded, that's because they were fucking with the sun and everything. So when this country floods, it's because they're fucking with the sun and everything. You know, they can generate rain. They can. Are you too much Supreme? I've done an exercise the other day. I'm sure I fucking pulled a rib out or something. Because when I cough, it feels like this side's pulling on it. What's harp mean? Berkey led, Lulu. What's harp? Not a hernia, mate. You only get them in your groin areas or like here. You get them here, can't you? Anywhere where there's a load of pressure that can pump the outer wall. But you can make all that area strong. What's that area called now? I forgot. You can make all this area on you dead strong for if you're a man. Your pelvic floor. Have men got pelvic floors? We have, haven't we? Oh no, we haven't got a pelvic floor. That's a woman, isn't it? But we've got something that they haven't got, and they've got something we haven't got. But you can strengthen what you've got as a man. So look, in your little body, what you should be doing as a teenager for long-term benefits is when you're having a wee, say you're having a wee full flow, stop it. Not by squeezing your thing. Inside you've got a muscle, and what you do, you'll tense it and it'll stop you weeing. Then unloosen the tense and wee again. And you don't have to do it every time you wee, but once a week or every so often when you're having a wee. And use older men now, use in your 20s, 30s, it's going to benefit you when you're in your 50s. Stop your dribbling. You see, use ketheads. You need to do this exercise so you stop dribbling. If you're not dribbling, come off the ket. Before you start dribbling, do this exercise. Why? So you can stop the dribbling mid-flow. You're always going to dribble on ket. So it's nice to know how to stop the dribbling, innit? Well, you've got a muscle behind there, and you've used it a few times yourself already, but you've probably not understood it. You know, when you've been dying for a wee, and you haven't really, and you've got to hold it in. That's you using that space, making it strong. So when you're having a wee as a lad, mid-flow, hold yourself so it stops weeing, then release it again, then hold it again, then release it again. Just do one or twice, every so often. What will that do? Strengthen the muscles down there. So when you get older, you won't have weak bladders and shit. So you won't piss the bed as an old man if you do that exercise, I'm telling you. If you neglect yourself, you're going to wee the bed when you're old. Trust me on that. Men have got loads of secrets that they don't tell you about, you know. Like your granddad's not going to tell you that he pisses the bed. Why? Because he's a man. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But it's rife in pensioner years for men. It's rife. Why? Because they've got weak things. And this is what I'm saying to you. Do that little thing I've just told you. And when you get older, you won't be dribbling in bed. You'll be a strong old man. All starts with the core. If this is weak, everything else gets weak. Ole, ole, ole. So, Starmer. He's gonna go, he's going. Once the media are on you, you know they've had orders, get him gone. You have not seen any media outlets full flow onto Starmer, have you? For everything he's done, and the media haven't targeted him, have they? Left him well alone. Now they're targeting him. That's indicating he's a goner. So they've located £700,000 worth of donations that he hasn't told everyone about. Nearly £1 million in donations, mate. So, you know, Chief of Staff told to describe £700,000 of donations as admin error. So now, because they couldn't tell everyone the truth about where the 700 grand is, the clerk, the admin office, the bird who works there is being told to say it was an admin error. No, so she's the fall girl. But they found it all. Starmer's going off this. Starmer's definitely gone off this, mate. Look, if he gets away with this, I know why Starmer's going. Trump. Watch this Labour Party fall to pieces in the next year, mate. Honest. Trump's at work there. Because Trump's got powerful people in this country. Just like the other firm have. Do you understand? So you see Starmer and all these, they're more Biden and co. Do you get what I'm saying? The Conservatives are more Trump and co. Why? Because they're the nationalists. That's why they get called right wing. Wisdom flipping heck, you still up? Sure am, fella. Have you only just got up, you lazy cunts? 10:15 in the morning. How old are you? You in your 60s, lad. Taking your time in retirement. Good on you. How are you, Charlie, lad? I know. I normally say pardon me, but I'm not going to today. What's up, Daryl? How are you, Jay, mate? You good? Yes, Melanie, pardon me for being rude. It was not me, it was the food. Trump will cause chaos in the world, therefore he says too much things he shouldn't say, says JK. Alright, because the world's not chaotic. Trump's going to make the world chaotic, is he? Fuck off. Yes, Wendy, you good? I think the world's a lot calmer now Trump's in power, to be honest. Yes, Melanie. Don't you see? Daryl, what's up? Not long woke up. Team Rob. How are you, True? Oh, JK saying True. Oh, you fucker. Drug dealing mum jumps for joy as she walks out of court. Scumbag, I see it. Imagine your ma getting nicked for drug dealing, like, splattered all over the paper. Feel sorry for her kids, mate. Isn't it? Imagine your ma picking you up from school and all the ma's looking at her thinking drug dealer. That's messy. Social services in the kid's life because of this cunt. Was she a little coke sniffing rat, was she? Don't talk about it, me ma. What? Have you seen the state of it? Dare tell me not to speak on your ma. Look at the way she's fucking behaved. Megan and Natasha Harwood. Where's that fucking name, Harwood? You always hear the same names. We're under pressure to pay off their own drug debts. That's bullshit. It's the first black knobheads go with. I was in debt. Look, you know out here, they're all big hard fucking drug dealers bouncing around. You know, when you go in there and they're looking at double figures, they're like that. Mitigation, please. I was in debt. They're coming out with anything they can to get the jail reduced. Look at these little pineapple heads. Where are they from? It's got to be out in Old Bootle, if not the Woodchurch estate. Let's have a look. 2 mums have been spared jail after falling into the drugs trade to feed their own addictions. Megan and Natasha. Megan 27 and Natasha 38 were both involved in county lines, and they struggled to keep up with the huge debts they had racked up due to their own drug use. Pair of catheads. Merseyside police executed simultaneous warrants at both their houses in Netherton. On May the 17th, 2024, a large quantity of Class A drugs was seized from Stephen's home, including 38 grams of heroin worth $3,000. A pair of smackheads. Well, there you go. You know, see them? They'll be dealing drugs in a week. Heard it all before, that's what I'm saying. Nice one, Melanie, for that galaxy, la. Didn't see it, thank you. Grim video shows toilet paper gushing into Whittle Woodland and River. pumping the sewers into our fucking lovely waters as well. Cunts, aren't they? What they're doing to us. Inside Liverpool's fourth grace and the tunnels underneath. Fourth grace? Where's the fourth grace? Is that the cathedral? I just know there's pure cities under us, isn't it? Well, you've heard of the three graces on Liverpool's waterfront. The Port of Liverpool building, the Cunard building, and of course the Lager building are symbols of the city's rich maritime history and architectural innovation. However, there's one more impressive construction overlooking the Mersey. I know what it'll be that tobacco thing, I think. Which is another testament to Liverpool's structural advancements of George Dock building. Where's that? Built in 1934, the building still plays an important role to this day, ventilating the Queensway Tunnel and shielding drivers from dangers such as carbon monoxide poisoning. It was designed by art. Is that big fucking thing in Birkenhead? You know where the Mersey is? The tunnel. On the waterfront in Birkenhead, you've got this big ventilation shaft. Massive. I've always wondered where that fucking goes. It was designed by for the Liverpool Philharmonic Hall and the India buildings. The George Dock building was constructed. See that there? Hurt me rib. The George Dock building was constructed at a time when Liverpool was leading the world in technology. What happened to us, mate? The city had built the first overhead railway on the planet. What happened to fucking us, them rats? Liverpool was the first people to build a railway line. Overhead one. We had our own bank. We had our own currency. We had our own leaders, our own lords. We had everything Liverpool. We had our own docks, which made us fucking powerful and rich right round the world. And guess what the government done? Shut it down on us and opened Southampton. Destroyed our banking system. Destroyed our own currency. Liverpool had their own banknotes, mate. Not that long ago as well, you know. All that shit needs to be brought back, doesn't it? Does, you know. You need to get these fuckers out of Liverpool, mate. That's why they hate us, you know. That's why they've always stood on Liverpool to keep us down so we can't get back to where we was 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Have you seen what they're doing to all our infrastructure, these European bureaucrats, turning them into restaurants and shit? You go in your towns, now all your shops are getting turned into shitty fucking food places. There's reasons for this, you know. Do you want to tell you what the reason is? They're removing all homegrown people from these businesses. They're getting sold and rented out as if they're going to be food gaffs forever. 2 years down the line, they're getting put in the hands of certain people. And your town's going to be full of these certain people running every fucking business that Scousers used to run. Watch. Cunts. Destroy Liverpool. How the fuck Liverpool are allowing a Labour conference to happen in Liverpool? I never know, mate. Honest, that needs shutting down, that conference. I've had a look at it. I just can't do what I want to do. I wouldn't be able to get on the roof. I'm purposely looking for an opportunity to bring the country to a standstill with a massive fucking banner saying grooming gang national inquiry on it. I've been purposely looking for an opportunity. No other cunt's going to bring it back to the forefront, are they? Everyone's caught up on immigration. This, that. These poor girls are just getting left. They're getting forgot about again. You got Starmer delaying it, keeping you all in touch, but not giving you what you want. Wanting your vote, but not giving you what you want. Just getting your votes. Deliberately trying to brush it under the carpet. Listen to the media. They'll pop up for one day, scream, and then bail. Go back a month ago, it was every day. 2 months down the line, it'll be every week. 3 months down the line, every other week. 4 months down the line, unless something pops back up, a new offence, a new girl, a new victim, re-highlights it again. Back to the forefront for a bit, but then they'll clean it again, dampen it right down. The only thing that's going to reinitiate the process and the protests about it is someone having the balls to go, fuck yous. I'm getting up there, I'm getting up with enough water, I'm getting up with enough fucking food, I'm getting up with enough fucking clothing to keep me warm in the winter evenings. I'm bringing this city to a standstill. It's so easy. All you've got to do is get on a building that's higher than 6 foot and they've got to seal everywhere off and negotiate with you. You've got to by law. They can't start dragging you off. They can't. So you know in your area, when you've got that little pothead gone off his barnet on a chase, ran out of his ma's window and got on the roof, and now he's just stood on the roof not coming down. It's not a problem, he's just not coming down. But what are the police doing? 500 square yard fucking partitioned off the whole fucking street. No one can move. The school's being locked down. The hospital's shut its doors. No one can move. Stuck for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. It's the same process. If I go and get on Birmingham's Crown Court roof with a bag of fruit and food and drinks and a big banner, and I throw 3 pieces of fruit down onto the floor, that's it, bang, everywhere's sealed off, and there's a big audience. And because it's on a court building, all court listings for that day are stopped. Now you've got a backlog in the court building. You've got all mad shit going on. It brings the press. You're there for 4 or 5 days. You're happy days. You've got the audience. The world's seeing this now. Grooming gang, national inquiry. Comes right back into the forefront. So in Liverpool, you've got the tunnel. You go and sit above the tunnel with a banner and throw a few bricks there. You've shut the tunnel down. Everyone that used that tunnel to come into Liverpool City to work cannot come into the city to work. Why? Because it's locked off. That type of disruption lets them fuckers know they're not getting away with it. Screaming and shouting with flags. Handle that shite all day, brush that under the carpet. When you've got a man standing on a roof, it's different. It's a whole different ball game. Honest, whole different process gets put into action. And again, the tactic that they're using out here, they practice it in prison. Exactly the same process. What you're seeing them, how you see them containing these type of incidents, they started containing them types of incidents in prison years ago. Like they knew. There was absolutely no read. So look, you see years ago, right, you see in prison, you'll have like a games landing and a netting above your head. And if you put your hand up, you can touch the netting. It's like a safety net, and if someone falls from the threes landing, there's a little cushion for them before, so they can't hit the floor. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you put your hand up, you can touch it. You'll have a spice head refusing to go behind the cell door, and he'll jump on that netting that you can touch. If he jumped off and done a somersault, he wouldn't hurt himself if he landed on his back. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just not that height. They'll lock the jail down. Then they'll lock the wing down. Then they'll get rubber mats that you get in gymnasiums, big thick fucking things. They'll get 2 of them in under the netting. They'll get a negotiation team in. They'll start negotiating them with cigarettes and gifts and shit, just to get them off this netting that you can touch. You see, years ago, you'd get on the netting, a screw would jump on and rag you off. All of a sudden now, they're locking the whole prison down, disturbing everyone's fucking routine, stopping gyms, stopping visits, stopping all this mad shit, because you've got a spice head on a netting that's 6 foot from the floor. And as long as he's up there, the jail's locked. And they'll negotiate for hours, still not getting nowhere, then rush him and take him down. But it's been 9 hours. Right? That same procedure is now happening on your streets. Why? Because police are a private security. And the private security company that's running your police behind the scenes are the same private securities that are running your Dovegates, your Old Courses, your Forest Banks, your Park Prisons. Private security companies. Now, the processes that they're using to control people in prison, these private securities, you didn't get that shit in an HMP. These HMP had to fall in line when the private companies started doing it. But you didn't have all them negotiations. Get down, you little cunt. You're disturbing the wing. They come in, they implement all this mad shit. And I'm watching all that mad shit. The way they handle these kids on roofs, exactly the same as it is in prison. The biometrical identification shit they're rolling out, they rolled it out in prison 20 years ago. You're only just fucking getting it. You know, private prisons, you've got to put your fucking thumbprints and show your face to get into this kiosk. You're only just getting that shit now, or in the last 5 years. Yes, Kojak, and that's what they're doing now. So if you get a lad in your street and he gets on a roof and stands there, throws a few slates, that's it, it's locked off. It's locked off. If that same lad weren't on your estate doing that madness, but was in the city centre at the beginning on the motorway on a fucking sign or on a roof, it's done. Nothing's moving in the city. Nothing. And if you wanted to do it right, you can have him doing a 12-hour shift on that roof. Yeah, he might get nicked when he comes down. What's he getting nicked for? Nothing. Public order offence. If he hasn't thrown slates, he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that, hasn't put no offensive words up there, he's sweet. Down, discharged an hour later. While that's happening, another kid's just got on that roof across the road. He's going to do 12 hours there. When he's coming down, my man's on that roof over there. That's the city centre, shut for nearly 3 days, you know. Do you know how much disruption that is to Liverpool Council and its mayor? Dreadful. Putting them in debt every day. Major debt every day. So see the banking system, the banking place in Liverpool. Every city's got a little area that's dedicated to banking. Liverpool's got one. If you go on there, you're stopping everything money-wise in Liverpool. Why? Because no one can get into work. No one can get in to deal with that and send that and make sure that's legit and make sure that's confirmed, make sure that's able to go out, make sure all the shares around the world are sweet and everything, stocks change and everything's sweet. You can't do none of it because that's part of the district is shut down. Why? Because you got a kid on the roof. You've seen examples of it in the past, haven't you, since COVID? You know, you use their tricks. The tricks they was using to disrupt this fucking country and make us all frustrated and angry and shit. They were using their NGOs, non-governmental organisations that are paid by people of Freemasonry and Jews and shit. And what they were doing, government was doing it to frustrate us and get us all in a mess. They had these little dickheads on motorways. You had see the dickheads just sitting in the road, not moving. Police can't touch them. They're bringing the city to a standstill. Police can't touch them. You know, if that was 3 of the kids off your estate, you know, if that was 4 or 5 kids off your estate with with fluorescent jackets on, and they sat in the middle of the road. You know what'll happen to them? Busies would punch the fucking faces in and drag them into vans. There's a reason why they don't do nothing to them and just stand there and watch. Why? Because they're their own kind. These have give the police orders, just monitor them, don't touch them, don't arrest them. If you had a gang of kids off your estate doing the same as them on the opposite side of the road, the orders would be twist them cunts up and drag them in a van. So when you see that kid who climbed up the bridge in London and sat at the top of the bridge with a sign, and it brought the whole bridge to a standstill. Then you had another kid who climbed up Big Ben, didn't you, and sat on it halfway up. London stood still till he got him down. You don't need to use violence to bring a city to its knees. Honest. You don't need to use violence to bring Liverpool City down to its fucking knees, mate. Or Manchester. Doesn't matter where you are. You do that tactic in any city, in pivotal parts of your city centre's shut. So for example, look, in every city you've got a big shopping centre, and that's where most of the money comes from. Everyone's going there, whether it's eating, spending, delivering, whatever. You're all going to these big gaffs. You throw a kid on the roof, that gaff can't open. You throw a kid on the Precinct roof, it's shut for the day. You throw a kid on the Trafford Centre roof, it's shut for the day. You throw a kid on a church, it's shut for the day. You throw a kid on a mosque, it's shut for the day. End of. No ifs or buts. Procedure. And they don't fuck with the procedure. Trust me. The Queensway Tunnel is celebrated as one of the greatest municipal achievements of the interwar years. Opened by King George in 1934. Well, if it was opened by King George, it looks like the monarchy own this, don't they? Do you reckon the monarchy own all our graces? Known as the 8th wonder of the world, and was the longest road tunnel on the planet. A title it held for 14 years until the opening of the Vela Tunnel in Catalonia, Spain, in 1948. It remained the longest underwater tunnel until 1955. Merseytravel still manages both George Dock buildings and the Queensway Tunnel. They organise tours of the site, giving the public a glimpse inside what saw. Anyway, I've pedalled through that. You can pedal through Merseyside Tunnel at a certain time. They give you certain hours to pedal through it. And it goes dead deep. You underestimate how hard it is. Because the uphill, you underestimate how deep down that tunnel goes. Right down, dead steep it is. But the point I'm making is right. Look how dry all the shafts are. So although you've got that tunnel, you know when you're in a car and you're going in the tunnel and you just see the round thing, don't you? And you see little doors splattered across them. As you're going through the tunnel, you've got doors on the side, little fire hydrants and shit. You see beyond that wall, it's vast, you know. It's not like a little corridor. It's fucking huge on both sides. So, how the fuck are they keeping the power of the Mersey water from getting in? Water goes through everything unless it's contained in a carton type thing. So when you've heard me speaking about the Mersey, and I'm telling you, I feel like the Mersey is in like a bath. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel the River Mersey, that portion between Birkenhead and Liverpool, that portion, I feel that's like a bath, and you've just got loads of water, like contained. You know, like it's been put there deliberately. Otherwise, the water would continue to go round. But now we've got this thing coming right through. I believe that's deliberate. So look, without that River Mersey, you'd go right round the Whittle. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So, you know, if you were on the big water, the big sea, and you're coming towards Liverpool, because you've got the River Mersey and that, you're able to go and skip in and go into Liverpool or go through whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if that weren't there, you'd have to go all the way round instead of just cutting through. So I believe that cut through was made. I believe the cut through was made. I don't believe... Anyway, you're probably not understanding what the fuck I'm saying. But if the River Mersey was made, well then it's giving me pointers to say what I'm suggesting could be right. It's like a big space of water that's contained, and you could probably remove the water and seal it again. Do you understand what I mean? And if you took all the water out that portion of the Mersey, I'm telling you, like I've always told you, if there's no water on that stretch of the Mersey, and you stand on the ground of that stretch of the Mersey, and you turn round and look at Liverpool, you're looking at a massive, massive castle with massive, thick, fuck-off castle walls. So you know when you're walking along the Albert Dock and you've got them chains and you've got the padlocks and you've got that big, thick fucking floor, that's a wall. You're standing on top of a wall. You just don't realise it because the water's there. Do you understand what I mean? Do you get where I'm coming from? Yes, Tasman. You know, and the same on the other side. You know that big mad house that you've got in Birkenhead? They call it a council building. Just think about that. If you were standing on the floor with no water in the Mersey, what are you looking at? You've got a massive fucking wall, and on the same wall you've got these big double fucking gates that open like this, but you can only see the top of the gates. Why? Because of the water. And you've always thought that them gates have always been for boats, don't you? So if you go down the dock, if you go down the Albert Dock and you go for a little walk, you'll have this old gatehouse that controls them doors. You'll have this gatehouse, an old one that still works fully, but it opens them big doors and that. And you believe it's for water. You see, behind all that, so where the wall is, where you've got the padlocks, you've got the big buildings, you've got the liver buildings, these are all castles, these are all big mad fucking infrastructure in an empire. Do you get what I'm saying? If you go further down the dock and go behind the scenes, you'll have these situated old ships. So you'll have these old ships with big sails, and they'll be sat in these places, and they've been there for years, don't move, just sit in these places. And these places look like they're designed for ships. They're dead long, they're about a length of half a football pitch long and about a quarter in width. But if you look at one of them without the boat in it, what you'll notice about it is rows of seats. Goes up like ding, 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 ding. You know, like seats. Square, square, like stairs. See your stairs in your house. When you look at one of them, you've got stairs like an arena. So you know when you're in a footy stadium and you've got loads of seats, and up the side you've got a set of stairs so they can get to the seats. That's exactly what them things are like. You've got loads of seats and steps going up so you can get to the aisle you're on. And down there, if you're at the top and you're looking down, you've got like 3 football pitch areas, the size of them, 3 of them in length, width. To me, that's where all the sports shit was going on, all the fighting, all the sword fights, all the people sitting around here watching all this mad stuff going on here. All the horse races on things like this. That's what Liverpool is, if you look at it properly. A big fuck off castle. I'd love to show you what I fucking mean so you'd understand it a bit more. If you're from Liverpool, you'll be on what I'm saying a lot more, but if you're not, you probably won't really know what I'm on about. But basically, just say the Whittle, that part of Birkenhead there where the Mersey is, just say it was joined before they wanted to make the cut through. And if it was joined before they wanted to make the cut through, like the river Mersey, so boats can come through, if it was joined, then it's all making sense. Why? Because there wouldn't be no water down there, and what you'd have on that side is a big castle, big fuck off wall with all things above it, and then on this side you'd have all the market stalls and all the paupers and all the fucking whatever you do down here. And that side you got the castle of Liverpool, the Empire of Liverpool, Liverpool the Empire. That's what it used to be called, you know. The Empire of Liverpool. I remember seeing that somewhere, you know. Bingo Darren said it first. They have built a football stadium. EFC under the ground. You've got a fucking point there, mate, haven't you? You've got a point there, because where Everton's ground is, that's well lower, isn't it? So if you look where Everton's ground is, that's like, it's not near the wall. Everton's ground's not near the wall, is it? There's no wall there, is there? That makes sense to you? Like, what do I mean? Like, if you were on the River Mersey and you were by Everton's ground looking at it, you'd see how low to the water it was. And then you think about it, the floor is dead close to the water, but then when you go in the stadium, you're going downstairs and shit. So part of Everton Stadium must be below water level. Am I right? Must be, mustn't it? Unless you go in the ground floor and go up to the changing rooms. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm walking into the stadium of Everton, I don't know what it's like, but I'm guessing when I go in, the first thing you're going to do is have stairs going down. And if that's the case, you've got stairs going down, that means Everton's club is underwater. I don't know, anyway, but it must be. But the point I'm making is, if you're on the water outside Everton ground, which is fucking dead close to the water, you know, dead close, so it must be underwater at some point. Changing rooms and football, it must be. You've got under heating and all that under these football stadiums these days, haven't you? So there must be definitely goes underwater, doesn't it? But if you're facing that and get on a boat and slowly float towards the Albert Dockways, you won't see a wall till a certain place. Then you'll start seeing the fortress wall, if you like. So where all the cranes and that shit are, there's no wall. So where Everton's ground, you're coming along, you've got all this match, there's no wall. At a certain point, you've got a big fuck off wall. And there's a reason for that. And it's not just to keep water out of Liverpool. Why? Because they can do that easy. Look at the tunnel. That big wall round Liverpool, its intention is not to keep water out. His intention was something else. Now it's keeping water contained. When you think about Liverpool's tunnel that goes under the Mersey, that goes down in depth about 2.5 miles steep. Think about that, mate. When you go to Liverpool Cathedral, yeah, look, here's another good point. You know, when you stand in Liverpool city centre, right, it's all uphill. You stand at the Albert Dock, when you start walking north, everything is uphill. Everything. You know, you've got the highest point in Liverpool in L5. Everton Brow, Everton Hills. That's the highest point in Liverpool. So what you've got Liverpool city centre down here, and then you've got about a fucking 10-mile upward radiance to the Brow. We don't realise why, because you're taking a slow up gradual hill. But if you understand exactly the radiance from Everton Brow, the top of Everton Brow to the Albert Dock, you'd see it's like a radiance of like fucking, you know, an angle, steep angle. So you're going right up about, when you get to the top of the view, right, I reckon you're about easy, I don't know, 15 floors above the Albert Dock. You know, a block of flats, that's how tall you are from the Albert Dock if you're standing on the Brow. So the Albert Dock would be ground one, and where you are, you're on the top floor. So what I'm trying to say to you is, in all that space, you've got shit. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Even when you just go to, like, when you go to Paddy's Cathedral, you know, the Catholic Cathedral in Liverpool, the big dome type, star type thing. When you go in there, you'll go up massive stairs, won't you? Then you'll go in, and it'll be a flat floor, and you'll think it's solid, but there's a door over there that takes you down into the vaults. And as soon as you go, the vaults, the stairs, and I mean like 100 foot down into these vaults underneath the cathedral, and it's all marble, and it's just dead massive, huge, marble, granite, all freezing cold. It's all weird down there, but it's spectacular. Do you get what I'm saying? The materials used down there, you don't see it no more. Granite, the best granite you're getting, marble, all this big fucking brass or gold lighting and all this mad stuff. And that's underneath your feet in the city centre, and most of Liverpool don't even know it exists. You see where there's every train station, you've got something underneath there. Know what I mean? Like, you see the burnt out church that's damaged. You see underneath there, you've got exactly the same as what you've got underneath the cathedral that's open. You're just not getting access to it. All that part of Liverpool has got it underground, and you should fucking see it, mate. And some places, you've got kids, haven't you, them explorers? They're finding little openings and ending up in these mad shafts under Liverpool. That's like the porpoise end. You know, if you can go in under, like, the cathedral and start your journey there, you probably end up all over the fucking city, the whole city underneath it. How are you, Donna? User? I know I keep on going back to that Liverpool thing, but it just comes to me. You know, it's like something's telling me, look into that, look into that. It's like Liverpool is a fucking fortress, you know. You just don't see how big it is because of the water. And the water's not natural, is it? You know, it just doesn't look like it belongs there, does it? Like the water's not flowing with the rest of the water type thing. It's got its own little thing going on. It's like that water that's going that way is at a certain fucking, you know what I mean? And then the water that's cutting through is at its own little madness. Like its own colour, its own fucking... It's like the further you go away from the Mersey, the clearer the water it is. The more you come into the Albert Dock, the dirtier the water is. Yes, Berkey Lid. Infamous. And we build on top of it. Yeah, so look what I'm trying... I'll just say it one more time. I'm trying to explain it. I'm not much of a drawer, but I'll tell you what I'll try and explain it in an image. So I'll just try and do a quick thing, one sec. I want to try and do it. Now it's a bit rough this, but you're looking at the wall. So look, you're looking at the liver beds. So if you can imagine, you're on the Wirral and you're looking and you can see the sea, and then you can see the wall of the Albert Dock, and then you can see the liver buildings and the graces, yeah? On the wall of the city, you see these black gates, don't you? And you automatically think them black gates have always been so boats can come along the water and go into them, don't you? And then you see them boats at the back in these things that I think are like them Greek. You know, when you had Greeks fighting, you had these pits and you were all fighting, you had all the people watching them. That's what I feel they are. So now, if you just see this water, it covers all the wall. So you're only getting access to, like, you're getting access to the top there. You're not getting access to what's underneath the water. So all you're seeing is the water, then the wall, double doors, and then this. I reckon if you took the water away, them doors will go right down, be even bigger. Right down to the land. If this water weren't there, all this would be market stalls and people doing the trade and jokers and jesters and flute players, and all that shit would be here. And then double doors would be the way into the empire. Liverpool is like an empire, and it's got a big fucking massive prison wall round it, but because it's surrounded by water, you don't realise it. And that's just my theory of it. You know, if you got our history's wrong. They told us a load of bullshit, mate. Just the way they're telling your kids now, a load of bullshit. Out with the old, in with the new. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, people who have lived that way and remember Liverpool that way, they're gone. They're dead. So all they've got to do when they want to rejig it is the new generations that are coming through, give them a historical fucking story. Like a nursery rhyme or a bedtime story. Give them an adult version of it. And that's what we've got. The history's bullshit. Yes, Johnny. History's told by the victors. It's not, mate. History's told by media. It's media that control the narrative, and it's media that control the history of it. And social media won't have fuck all to do with it. It'll be that media. That's who generate the history. Yeah, so look, you know, when this war finally comes to an end, if it does, Ukraine and Russia, if it does, what you're going to have in 50, 60, 70 years down the line, when we're all gone, these young kids don't know what war is. We didn't know what war is till we got to a certain age. Then you realise the world's at war all your life, but you haven't got a clue till you reach a certain age. And it's the same with these kids. They haven't got a clue that there's wars all over the gaff. They don't care. They haven't got a clue. It's designed that way. So when we die with the history of that war, we know what happened in this war. We've passed on. The kids weren't watching the war. They were there while it was going on, but they're caught up in school. They haven't got a clue, so they don't know it. So now all of a sudden you're getting history books. And we know, well, I know in my little mind, that war with Ukraine and Russia was started by NATO and Ukraine, and you've got a little devil in Ukraine that's going all out to topple Russia, haven't you? Now, if you go back on history, the only reason you know about what happened with the Jewish camps, the only reason you know all this is because the media told you. The only reason you believe that Hitler was a fucking rat and he was trying to destroy the world was because the media told you. The only reason your kids are going to think that Putin was a cunt and he was trying to topple the world because the media will tell them that. So we've grown up thinking Hitler was the cunt, Hitler was the provocateur, Hitler was the one that instigated all this shit, when in reality you've got NATO doing exactly what they done to Hitler, to Putin right now. But you're never going to see it, are you? So what you've got in the future is Putin, the dictator, wanted everyone to be Russian, wanted everyone to have blue eyes, wanted everyone to bow down to his ways. So the world went to war with him and defeated him. And Ukraine was the man, and Ukraine was the leader, and Ukraine won war. That's the history. Doesn't matter what you know of social media, this goes on a bang. The only existing media broadcasting companies that will always exist and promote your history is the BBC. In this country. In Europe. The people that run the media in this country run the media in every country. Not just this one. Years ago it was just this one. But for decades now, we've been one. The people that run the prisons in France, Spain, Germany and all over the fucking gaff are the same companies that run the prisons in your country. The same people that control the trains and the buses and all this bullshit in France, Spain, blah blah, are the same companies that run your country's buses and your country's trains. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the same media outlets. Doesn't matter if you're in France, doesn't matter if you're in Italy, doesn't matter where you are. The powerful people at the top control the media in every European city. Why? Because that's how it works now. If you're going in for a contract off the European fucking people, you know, the negotiation, and you're going in for a contract, you're not going in just for the public transport in the UK. You're going in for a collective that in all cities. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's the same with the media. And it's the media that spin the narrative. And like I said before, it's the media that document the history. And the only way you know about history is by the documentation of it. How do you know about World War II and III? Yeah, you get told your stories. You get told a narrative, don't you? But the majority of shit is through paper cuttings, isn't it? Front page of the paper, isn't it? It's where all your history comes from, your media, your newspapers. And you've seen how they spin the history and they don't like to change it, do they? They don't like to change it once they've set it in stone. That's why it's hard to get things done. So look, why do people not like Scousers most? What's the main thing why people up and down the country started to dislike Scousers? What was it? Can you tell? Not the accent. Nothing to do with the accent, mate. Can you tell? That's it, Hillsborough. Now, what did the media say about Scousers? And 20 years later, the history of that event, what was they still saying about Scousers? They didn't want to change it, did they? They didn't want to change history, did they? They fucking had to eventually. They still haven't done it. You're still waiting for the Hillsborough Law. But until that Hillsborough Law comes in and all that narrative gets changed, if it doesn't come in 60 years down the line, you're going to have Scousers pissed on their own kind. Why? Because that's what the media said 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So now look, you see them publications, you see the front pages of that dirty newspaper where had all that mad shit about Scousers with regards to Hillsborough. That's the history. Now, if you wouldn't have had the mums battling for 30 years, think about how much they've battled to not change history, people. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? History repeats itself. Why? Because it's man fucking made. So if these women don't get what they want, they're old and it'll be forgotten about. Why? Because the kids aren't getting it, they're not learning on it. They're getting given a different version of events. They're getting given a different narrative about it. Oh, it was an accident. Oh, it was an accident. It was a tragedy. No, it wasn't. It was deliberate. That was deliberate. Deliberate. Don't give a shit what anyone says. But if you didn't have these mums and dads and women screaming at the top of their lungs, dying in the process, some of them pure commitment to get fucking truth for the people of Liverpool, it's what it was, justice. Still haven't had it. If they don't get it, they'll all just die off. And you see kids that are born in 20, 30, 40 years time, they'll be getting given a history lesson. And guess what? We pissed on the dead. Why? Because that's the front page of the fucking paper at the time. And that's how they go off it. So every so often you're going to have this big bang. And what does the big bang do? Remove the history. So you see years ago, right, when you never had the digital age, everyone was able to document history. Okay? What do I mean by document history? Your great nana would have had a camera and been able to take a photo of herself in black and white on the plot of land that she was born on. And it's 120 years ago. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's buried in the house. And it's been there for 120 years. But you were born 30 years ago. And you've done history in school. And you've been spun this historical life story that apparently that's where you come from. And then you find this box that's 120 years old at the bottom of your garden that your great nan put there. You get it out. And it completely contradicts the history lessons you've been getting. Do you understand what I mean? These days, you're not like your great nan did taking photos and writing diaries and putting them in a little box and hiding it away from everyone and pulling it out and getting back in your diary. You're not doing that shit. What are you doing? You're putting it on a phone. You're putting all your family memories on a phone. You're putting all your great ideas in a phone. You're relying on this thing like it's secure, and you're always going to be able to just pull your photos back out from nowhere. They know that. They've made and convinced you that this is secure. You can put your photos in here. You can put all your memories from years ago in here. You can put what the fuck you like in here. No one can get near it and no one will touch it. 10 years down the line, boom. What then? What are you doing then? All your iClouds have disappeared. All your phone memories have gone. What's happened? Someone's shut down the data. A satellite's being blew out the sky and everything's gone to fuck alongside Bitcoin. Now, where's your history? What are your kids looking back at? Mainstream media. They're not seeing all your photos. Why? Because they were digitally erased. You can't go in your photo album that was at the bottom of the cupboard years ago and just go, oh, look at our memories. Why are you going to your phone going, look at our memories? They just go, all memories gone. It's how they're removing history, isn't it? They've probably done it years ago. I don't know how true all these photos are where you're seeing electric cars and women dressed dead old on what looks like to be electric scooters and charging and bells and all this sort of stuff. We got to that advancement before. They erased it. Why did they erase it? So they could start us again technology wise. So say 40 years down the line, yeah, let's say back on the back of this Ukraine and Putin thing, say that's World War III, everything gets reset and the history is written. When you've had a war, all your digital shit disappears, but history's already written. The media's writing it presently. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I'll just say it one last time. The people that document history is the media. The people who own the media are the people that spin the narrative. They start the conversation. And once the conversation's in existence, it comes to fruition. So that's what your channels do. They spin narratives. And if you look at the world now, people control the world by narrative. Yes, user. His story. What's that Berkey led? Even the name, channels, says it all. There you go. Where are you channeling your thoughts? Into the television. Instead of using your vision, your telepathic vision. They give you television. Not telepathic, but it's television. Your mind's eye is telepathic vision. So you've got, like hierarchy, you've got the man-made shit that's fooling you all, and then you've got the spiritual shit that you should be addressing. Sixth sense, someone's saying there. You've all got it. What's the 5 senses before the 6th then? Touch. Listen. Taste. So let's look at the 5 senses. Feel, touch. No, touch and feel's the same. Sight. So you got sight, sound, touch, which is feel. Got taste. That's 4. Sense. They're all senses, aren't they? Hear, got that. Smell. That's it. So here's what I've got. Hang on, let me just confirm it. I've got a system here. Let's just go through it. What are the 5 senses in humans? The 5 commonly recognised human senses are sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch. Sight, hearing, taste, smell and touch. So we got it. So what's the 6th sense? Isn't it? So you're right, lad. The 5 commonly recognised human senses are sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch. These senses allow us to perceive the world around us with specific organs like the eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin responsible for each sense. Sight. The sense that allows us to see colours, shapes and objects using our eyes. Hearing. The sense that enables us to perceive sounds using our ears. Smell. The sense that allows us to detect odours through our nose. Taste. The sense that detects flavours with the tongue being the primary organ for taste. Touch. The sense that enables us to feel textures, temperatures and pressure through our skin. While these 5 senses are the most well known, some scientists and neuroscientists acknowledge that the human possess more senses, such as the proprioception, the sense of body awareness, and the thermoception, the sense of temperature. That just comes under the other ones. They're just making it. They're just filling it full of shit so you don't get to the real fucking accusation or calculation or whatever you fucking call it. Are there 5 or 7 senses? It's not even mentioning 6th sense yet. We all learn the 5 senses in elementary school: sight, smell, hearing, taste and touch. But did you know we actually have 7 senses? The 2 lesser known senses are vestibular and proprioception, and they are connected to the tactile sense, touch. Vestibular sense involves movement and balance. What is the 6th sense? This is it. Let's see what it is. The term 6th sense can refer to intuition, a feeling of knowing something without conscious reasoning, or more scientifically to proprioception. Proprioception is the body's ability to sense its position, movement and location of its parts in space, allowing actions like touching your nose with your eyes closed. The silent sense is crucial for movement and coordination. So, looks like that sensor's working for me. The silent sense is crucial for movement and coordination. It is linked to the PIZO2 gene. So the 6th sense is linked to the Let's see what that is. Should we just see what that is? It's better that we understand it. Let's just have a little mooch. What is the P I E Z? I don't know whether that's an O or a 0. I think it's an O. What's on this one? O2 gene. What the Pi's O2 generation? Let's have a look at this shit. Just mad words. The Pi's O2 gene encodes a mechanically activated ion channel essential for various forms of mechanosensation in the body. So now I know why they call that car game Meccano. Remember Meccano cars? Like the metal things that you screw together and all that shit. Meccano sensation. Meccano. Forms of meccano sensation in the body translating mechanical forces into cellular signals. That's fucking weird, isn't it? Let's look read that again. They're treating you like a machine with this shit. Listen to the words, they're talking to you like you're metal. Listen to this, look. The Pi's O2 gene encodes a mechanically activated ion channel essential for various forms of mechanical sensations in the body, translating mechanical forces into cellular signals. Do you know what a cellular signal is? Like off your phone. Your phone originally was called a cellular phone. When mobile phones first came out, they were called cell phones. Cellular phones. Now what this is saying here is scary, isn't it? Who's got this gene? How do you know if you got this fucking gene? I'll look into it now, see what certain people have got this gene. The PIEZO2 gene encodes a mechanically activated ion channel. So another thing is a paradigm, like a road. They call it a channel, like a channel tunnel. Various forms of mechanical sensation in the body, translating mechanical forces into cellular signals. That's a phone signal. That's weird. It plays a crucial role in touch, proprioception, which is the sense of the body's position, and breathing with mutations. Breathing with mutations in PIZO2 leading to sensory deficits. This is scary shit, this, you know. How it works. Mechanosensitive channel. The protein produced by the PIZO2 gene acts as a channel that opens and closes in response to physical forces such as stretching or pressure. I wonder if you can get that in like a vitamin form. The protein produced by the PIZO2 gene. I wonder what protein it produces. Acts as a channel that opens or closes in response to physical force, such as stretching or pressure. Now I wonder what happens when it's open, and I wonder what happens, see, when it closes. What do you reckon it does to the body? Must do something powerful, mustn't it? Weird, isn't it? Signal transduction. This channel is the first step in a chain reaction converting mechanical stimuli into bioelectrical signals that the body can understand and respond to. Do you understand what that means there? Are you grasping what that's told you? It's telling you that there's people with a gene that can be activated like a phone. That's basically what it's telling you there. Let me just read it again to fucking understand it. Mechanosensitive channel. The protein produced by the PyZ02 gene acts as a channel that opens or closes in response to physical forces such as stretching or pressure. Signal transduction. Have you ever heard of induction? When they induct electricity. It's using the same words, isn't it? Signal transduction. This channel is the first step in a chain reaction converting mechanical stimuli. So, that mechanical stimuli basically is the gene, the protein gene, the pies. The channel is the first step in a chain reaction converting mechanical stimuli into bioelectrical signals that the body can understand and respond to. Electrical signals in your body, Look. Your body runs on electric. Did you know that? Do you know your heart runs on electric? Do you know when you have a power sneeze? Have you ever had a power sneeze? Do you know what a power sneeze is? When you go power sneeze, your heart stops. The heart and all cellular activity, electrolytes. Might be happy-go-lucky. Let's see. Key function of the PyZ02. It is vital for sensing the position of your limbs and body in space. So this gene, why in space? What do you mean by in space? So what do you reckon it means if you're floating in like water? You can understand where your leg is in the water. So look, if you're lying on your back, you can close your eyes and think about your foot, and then move your foot, and then align your foot with yourself, and then you can move up to your knee, think about your knee, move your knee, connect to the brain. You're all connected, and you can do that to your feet, knees, hips, shoulders, right up your body, so you're fully connected, right? But you've got to be in touch with the floor to get the feeling. Does that make sense to you? So if you're lying on the floor and you close your eyes and thought about your leg and moved your foot, you can only do that because you're on the floor. So say you were just floating in space. I think that's what it means. If you've got no floor and you're just in a floating position, you're still able with that gene to know what the fuck your legs are doing. Whereas if you didn't have the floor, you wouldn't know what the fuck your legs were doing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's just fucking hard to explain, isn't it? They make it hard to explain, don't they? Touch and pain. So PyZ02 is involved in the perception of light, touch, mechanical pain and itch. So this gene, mate, if you can doctor this gene, they're probably trying to doctor it already, aren't they? Because I would be if I knew this. Well, I wouldn't, because it wouldn't be evil. I'd leave it exactly the way it's meant to fucking be. But if it was evil and looked into this shit, I'd be looking to, like... Because think about it, touch and pain, right? So this gene is involved in the perception of light, touch, mechanical pain and itch. What's mechanical pain? Why are they treating you like a fucking engine? Have you got mechanical pain, mate? Yes, Tommen. So imagine you can alter that gene and you wouldn't get it. like the light pain, the mechanical pain. Breathing, it's essential. It's essential for detecting lung stretch, enabling proper respiration. Wow, this gene's important, isn't it? Not everyone's got this gene, I think. Other processes, the gene is also involved in regulating it must have. The gene is also involved in regulating systematic metabolism, the gastrointestinal tract, and urinary function. They're very important, them three things. And that's got control over them. Yeah, look at the implications. If you've got defects on this, yeah, implications of piezo2 defects. Deficit, like it's where you've got defects. That's what it is. Loss of function. Individuals with mutations in their gene may experience a profound loss of proprioception and other mechanical sensory deficits. Defects in this gene are linked to conditions like distal arthrogryposis. Listen to the fucking words they give you for these cunts, mate. Anyway, I think we've got to the bottom of it all, haven't we? How did we end up on that? That's right, because I was reading about the seven senses, weren't I? And they started going on about this silent sense. We went on to Thingo, didn't we? What was the sixth sense? And I was on that, weren't I? Here it is. The term sixth sense can refer to intuition, a feeling of knowing something without conscious reasoning, or more scientifically, intuition is a sixth sense. Definition: this refers to a gut feeling or an instinctive understanding that arises without conscious thought or logical evidence. Then jump to a master's or a PhD science. That's what I was speaking about, normal stuff, and then just ended up in some mad fucking gaff there, didn't we? Yeah. Definition: this refers to gut feeling. So you've all had, butterflies, fight or flight. That's intuition, innit? Example: you might get a strong feeling about a situation or person without knowing exactly why. You've all had it, haven't you? Have you ever walked past someone and I think I know him? Sure I know him. Sure I know him. You don't know him, but your senses picked up on something. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyway, definition: the preconception as a sixth sense. Definition: the scientific basis for the sixth sense, a proprioception which provides the brain with information about the body's position and movement. How it works: nerve cells in your skin and joints detect the forces and movements of your body. Function: this sense helps you to maintain balance, perform coordinated movements, know where your limbs are without looking at them. So I can do that. I've just learned how to do that. So to strengthen that sense of yours there, the proprioception one, to strengthen your sixth sense, because that's what it is. If you just do that thing, what I said, they do it in yoga. They do that thing I've just told you about in yoga loads of times. So you'll lie flat on your back, you'll get your breathing into sync, you'll recognise your breathing first, get that calm, get that well, and then you'll start connecting your consciousness to your body. How do you do that? You close your eyes, you deep breathe, you get into a meditating state of mind, and then you pinpoint body parts on your mind. So you'll be lying there in a nice calm room, probably got some yoga sticks on there, smelling nice. you're meditating, your eyes are closed, you're breathing well, and now I've told you to focus on your left foot. So what you'll do consciously is work down your body, because that's the only way you get into your foot. You've got to consciously think and work down to the foot. Now you've got your foot in your mind, now you move it. Now that's connected consciously to you, that part of your body's connected. So the best way to do it is go up one side and down the other. Instead of trying to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Start with your foot, or your calf perhaps, but go with your foot. Then your calf. So now you're still there, you're still thinking, it's all quiet. You've connected with your foot, why? Because you've moved it, it's secure. Now your calf, you're on your calf, you're thinking about it, you tense your calf, bang, connected. Come up to your thigh, still in the same state of mind, think of your thigh, tense it, bang, connected. Come into your abs, same state of mind, lying flat on your back, connect it, bang, connected. Tense your chest, connected. Tense your thighs, move your wrists, move your hands, up your shoulders. Now your body's in touch with your conscious being. That's your sixth sense. So do that all the time and you're sharpening up your sixth sense basically. Without you knowing it, without you understanding it, that's what you've been doing. If you've been doing yoga and you've been doing that, well, you've been sharpening your sixth sense. What is the strongest human sense? What do you reckon the strongest one is? Well, we've got 5, haven't we? We've got sight, sound, feel, taste and smell. What do you reckon the strongest one is? Yes, Lauren, Amy. Hear. Would you rather hear than not see? I reckon it's smell. I reckon it's smell. Don't know why. I haven't put it on it yet. It's just got the question, no answer. You got people, more people are saying hearing. Melanie saying sight. Miss saying I'd rather see, to be honest. But that was the wrong question to give you. Because it doesn't say that. It doesn't say one sense is good and all the rest are fucked. It's just saying what's the strongest one. So let's just see, innit? Come on. Smell. Go on, Taj, you got it right, everyone else got it wrong. Wow. Oh, check you, says Kims. You check me all the time, girl. Who are these two? Hello, my brother. Oh.
Here you are.
Hang on. Let's just see. I've done a picture today. I've done a picture with sign language on it. I've done sign language years ago, but I've just tried to remember some of it, but obviously I was getting it wrong, weren't I? But let me just see if I can find my artwork, and then I can get my artwork out, can't I? Oh, look at his little dog. That's a thingy over there. What do you call them dogs? I'm just trying to find this picture so I can do the sign language on the picture. Have you seen the picture on me, the painting on me profile? You'll see a hand sign like that, and then across the top you've got hand signals. Well, then hand signals is sign language, saying choose a life, not a knife. So that if I can find that thing, I can sort of string a conversation together with these using sign language. So I'm just trying to find the painting. But it's just got loads of photos here I forgot I had. I keep on forgetting, you know, I've got content. I've got all my content that I've ever collected since I've got out of custody. Got it all. And then I've got most what people have targeted me with. I've got people writing me off on social media 4 and 5 years ago. And if I wanted to, I could go and sue the fucking life out of them right now. Every one of them. But you never know. It's there. I can take that shit to court in 10 years if I want to. You know, when they're all richer. Why? Because I've got the content to prove it. Listen, you don't think I'm fucking stupid, do you? Do you? Listen, do you pair of soft cunt think I'm daft? Do you? Well, I don't know, you might be. But you never know with them Thailand people, do you? You know, they're always pulling stunts. I'm not seeing no hearing aids or nothing like this shit. I know they're in a rough part of the world, but I'm not seeing no hearing aids. And normally when you've got people in these conditions, they've got something to help them at least understand something a little bit better. I'm not seeing nothing on these. You know, my man's vaping like he can't get banned. Yeah, you can laugh all you want, fuckface. You understood me there, didn't you? Yeah, I can see you. You're understanding exactly what I'm saying. Anyway, I found the Gee's family crest. Want to see the Gee's family crest? How did we win? I got a glove, Jazz. You're right, Mel. I don't normally do matches, I'm just playing. But let me show you G coat of arms, family crest, and G family history. I've done my checking, mate. I want to know where I come from. Do you want to see our family crest from years ago in Ireland? Yeah. There's my family crest, Lara. Used to come from a powerful family, the Gees, mate. I might make that like me new like badge sort of thing. Might make that like me, you know, me next design, L5, with that. You know, the steel armour and the leaves and the 3 lions. Do you reckon they're lions or cheetahs or something? Leopards? Because they don't look like lions or tigers, do they? What do you reckon they are? Jaguars? That's what they might be. What else can I show you as well? I'm here. What about this one? Look who that is. Do you know who that is? Can you see who this is? Do you know what that is? That's a man called Christopher Farley. He was a very violent gangster, bully. That's his certificate of Freemasonry. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Got some mad stuff here, let's see if I can just show you it, or will it get me fucking locked off? Do you know who this is? Do you know who that is? They call him Shorty. Stephen Turney. Do you know what he was doing? Do you know Thomas Cashman? That's his money, man. You know, when I've spoke about yous, and you've heard me say that Cashman came to my gaff because I was writing some little shithead off called Shorty, and he tried to tell me not to speak on Shorty. That's him, yeah. He's still on his toes, him. Little shithouse rat he is. Oh, what's this? Let's see what it is. This is Cashman and his firm saying they're going to get me beard in 2022. You want to hear it all? Oh no, I'll keep it. It's a bit like messages, voice notes and that off all these shithead gangsters saying they're going to get me beard and me kids and shit. Quintus they're on about there. Yeah, look at this photo, right? What are you looking at? Right, these look like 5 lads just at the bottom of your road, don't you? Don't they? These just look like 5 lads who will chill at the bottom of your street. These two went and shot some cunt and got themselves lifed off for 30 wrecks. I done some some content on all them, the murders, the unsolved murders. That's where all this content's coming from. You know what I was doing unsolved murders a few years ago, before they shut it down. I only shut it down because it nearly jeopardised Olivia Corbell's murder trial. That's why I stopped it. Nearly got nicked and everything for contempt of court over the content I put out about that murder. Nearly got the trial kicked out for Cashman and that, didn't it? Cunts. That's why I just stopped them. I'm not affecting no other fucking. So what's happening is, right, I've been speaking on Cashman for years anyway. You know, little dirty horrible gunman. And fucking all of a sudden this murder's happened of this young girl, and within 10 minutes I'm getting messages. It's Cashman. 10 minutes. And as soon as I heard the incident, my phone's going off its barney. Voice notes, messages, and at least 4 or 5 of them saying, that's Cashman, lad. So I'm not holding back, mate. I'm right out there. Cashman, you little kid killer. You're a fucking scumbag. Straight away. Why? Because he's bodied a few by accident. So I'm screaming at him, you fucking kid killer. No one else is screaming him. I'm screaming at him. So I'm on it. You know, before anyone's even mentioned his name in media or anything, I'm screaming on him. I've done content on him. Cashman's jailbait are saying it. Cashman's going to jail for life as soon as he gets nicked. That's what I was saying, innit? It's still out there somewhere. But that's what they do, mate. They're just weird, aren't they? Yeah, look at this. Look at fucking bell whiff, look. Look. Fucking bell whiff. This is like all shit, you know, where they're targeting me and I'm going back at them. Just ripping them to fucking that. Yeah, let's listen to this. So this is me in 2022. Let's see what I'm talking like in 2022. The 24th of August, 2022.
When you've got a drug dealer entering a house, forcing his way in, and deliberately hiding behind the owners so he doesn't get himself shot, you've got a shithouse fucking rat right there and right now.
Can you guess who I'm talking about there? No one else knew what I was on about, but listen again.
When you've got a drug dealer entering a house, forcing his way in, and deliberately hiding behind the owners so he doesn't get himself shot, you've got a shithouse fucking rat right there and right now.
Yeah, that's who I'm speaking about, Joey Knee. You know, the rat that Cashman was chasing. So that's on the 22nd of August. And if you go and do the calculations, you'll see I'm speaking on that before. Yeah, here's another clip of it. Let's see what this one says. It's mad when you look back at yourself. How are you, Julie? Yes, DD.
Like then. Look. I never done a live last night because my head was twatted over the death of that young girl. Now, when you're in the city of Liverpool, you are seeing young girls of that age running around streets, left, right and centre. And every one of them can be placed in danger, just like that young girl was.
That was the end of it. I'm going to try and find the full content of it, because it's powerful when I'm speaking there. Let's have a look. What's this one? How are you, Mad Mick, Lauren? I wish you're all good. Just going through my archives, old content. I've got a few appeals here for unsolved murders. You want to hear them? One second, I'll find them. How are you, Michaela? You alright? What's this one?
For years now, in my little mind, whilst I've been in custody, I've been thinking about offending behaviour programs that...
Oh, this is about...
Offending behaviour programs that haven't come from a professor of criminology.
This is from the 11th of August, 2022.
I came up with this thing...
Listen what I'm talking about.
For years now, in my little mind, whilst I've been in custody, I've been thinking about offending behaviour programs that could work. Offending behaviour programs that haven't come from a professor of criminology. And I came up with this thing years ago called the 5-phase flower pot. The 5-phase flower pot. I've spoken to other podcasters who've got huge influence, but because the idea is so good and it will elevate me or whatever, they don't want to. There's no walking past that and saying that's
long-winded, that. But it's just going on about what I keep on telling you, the 5-phase flower pot. I'm convinced it can be an offending behaviour programme for kids before they go into prison. Let me just get some of this true crime content. It's kill the vibe, me looking at this, Annie. I'll come away from it now. Yeah, do you want to see me getting me provisional licence? See. The speakers are fucked on this. Fuck the speakers on this.
CBT test. It will take you 3.5 hours to get that test complete and passed. If you don't do it yet, you'll make it up to 125. Well, it's still waiting for your car licence. It's the best way forward.
So that's what I was doing whilst I was waiting to get a car licence and that. Just got myself legit on that, but then people tried to shoot me down. It just derailed me. So the one thing I haven't achieved is a driving licence. So out of my 10-year plan since I got out of custody, I had a 10-year plan. It ends next year, 2026, June. And I've met every target that I wanted. I had some other things on top of it that I didn't really want, but I'm blessed now I've got them. You know, my children. So although I had a set out plan, it hasn't gone right because of loads of mad things that have happened. Yes, Donna. Kim's, Wendy Woo. Oh yeah, look. So I was looking for that, weren't I? You see this up here? That's sign language. This.
Background they come from. You've got to encourage moral within these children. You've got to encourage love and hope continuously. So they know they're not alone in our city, the power, the city, the Liverpool. As I said before, I can speak about this stuff all day. I can proclaim how deep my love is for this city. I can scream at the top of my lungs, choose a life, not a knife, UK. But it's pointless without used mums and dads and nanas backing the message. Understanding that the only iconic individuals within our estates are drug dealers, are young lads that grew up in the same place I grew up. They don't know any difference, just like I never. It took me 12 years taking out the picture, taking out the city, to understand the damage it done. From the year 2000 to the year 2004, we created a lot of damage. We sent a lot of vibrations with it, nasty and poisonous. We was them iconic drug dealers upon our estates. We was the ones that encouraged the youth to participate in crime alongside us. We took to use drug dealers, use iconic individuals that think you're better than the law, to start understanding the damage you're doing, to start understanding that all the materialistic things you've got don't go to the grave with you, but your energy does. And if your energy's dirty, it's not going on to the next level. I'm going to leave it there. Got things to do today. Obviously, rest in peace, Craig Barker. Rest in peace, Craig Arrowsmith. And all the other young lads that's been shot dead through crime and drug dealing. When it's no fault of their own. When they don't know what they're getting messed up or caught up in. I'm here as a solitary man, continuously for the last 5 years, screaming choose your life, not a knife, UK. I'll continue to do so in the city I love the most, Liverpool. It's one of a kind, and so are our people. We're unique. We've got the strength, we've got the power to prevent any more of this shit going on. Till it's too late. Don't stand by and watch it happen. Make sure you get on your feet and shout about it. Protect the children, protect our future. If you want our city to be as powerful as it has the last 200 years, you need to get on board and start embracing all youth from all backgrounds who practice any religion. That's all of relevance. support. We're all the same, and we need to stand together to prevent any more children getting harmed, hurt, or locked up in prison. Darren Gee, Liverpool 5, alive in the beautiful city of Liverpool.
That was the 7th of April 2022. Have I changed my tune? Have I changed my angle? Have I decided, oh, this is too tough, I'll start screaming something else that's cultural at the moment? Have a fuck. I've stuck to me fucking guns, haven't I? Fuck them all out. Fuck them all, mate. I'm just looking for some content, one sec. Little Quintus there. See, I've got pure content. I've got Darren Gee floating Kniver Edge and the Rock Houses. So you know Kniver's Edge in the West Midlands? Loads of little fairy houses and that. I've got an hour and a half. I've got Saturn Park, that's an hour. I've got everything. It's mad the content I've got, but I can't put it up because people have copywritten it on me. Don't know how they managed that, but they've managed to steal me content and get it copywritten, so it's not mine, it's theirs. Weird. Yeah, look at this one. So who have you got there? Looking rough as pie there, and he's always looked like that with his MGM Kinahan jumper on. Do you know who it is? Who do you reckon it is? That's it, Marvin Herbie. What's he watching in the background, people? What have you got on your telly? I don't know. Yeah, do you remember I said someone who went into a mosque in Glasgow? I think I might have the contents here. You know where the light comes on in the mosque? Like through the skylight, big mad beam. Do you want to see me acting? Yeah. Again, I was stepping into acting, but then got derailed by the fucking rats. That's what it's a short film about PTSD, that. It's a soldier just got out of the army in a club, I heard a bang and then attacked me. Do you want to see me in prison? what do you notice about this ID card? I noticed it straight away and I put the shits up me. 6, 6, 6. That 6 came off the stamp. Mad that, innit? I thought shit am I possessed. Oh yeah, I've got little Quintus here. Do you want to see Quintus? Yeah, look. Two and a half missing. But the ma let me see him till he was 1. Let me have him on his first birthday and then fucked off, won't let me see him again because I got a new bird. No. I weren't with her when I got a new bird and it was well over with her. I hadn't slept with her for years and that. But she's still doing madness. So now I don't get to see him. No. So at least I can say to him, look lad, come, look at this. Don't think I didn't want you. I've got all this for you, look. This was my stepson. He's not no more. Boss lad he is. But as I say, they lived all down by Cashman, and the mum hung around with Cashman's bird's family, and I didn't know. So the last time I seen my son was there, look. That's the last time I seen him. Cunt, isn't she? I didn't do nothing wrong with her, you know. companies. There's a cutout from the Zoo magazine. You remember the Zoo magazine years ago? Two gangs tearing Liverpool apart. Look how they burst me Mars. Northern Ireland terrorism, anti-terrorism bans, mate. Honest, burst me cannon them jeeps what you seen in Northern Ireland. Coming in Land Rovers. Never seen them on the streets in Liverpool before. All scale the wall with guns and that. Put a perimeter around the house. No firearms, dogs, helicopter, the works. I went there, like. They're mad, aren't they? Do you want to see the Beatles? It's the 5 Beatles there, look. Me there, stealing the show. Do you want to see me when he had hair? That's what I used to look like back in the day. It's a wig. I was in Saturn Park there, found a wig, so I just banged it on. Done a little video. It's just good. It's just good, like. It's good in the sense that it doesn't matter what people say about me. I've stuck to my fucking path, haven't I? You can tell I'm not fake, mate. Why? Because I've been screaming the same shit from day one. Still screaming it now. we are. See this? Lemon Art. Do you know who he is, Lemon Art? Boss artist, Lemon Art. Bad boy in a London, ruled by rest in peace, Fez. Do you know who Fez is? Fez la, boss lad he was. Got killed in Texas, didn't he? Yes, Jags. Got killed in a synagogue in Texas by the CIA and the FBI. I didn't know he died till all the English newspapers were fucking emailing me phone off a truck and ringing it. Don't know how the fuck they got me numbers. Will you tell us about you and your mate? Who are you on about? Blah blah blah. Didn't even know him as that. Don't know who you're on about. He's been with your company all year. No, he hasn't. Who the fuck are you on about? This is a paper, The Observer or something. Put it down, next minute, bang. There he is on the fucking screen. Oh, you're on about Malik Akram. Now, I was on licence when Akrams came into my life. He was a friend of Danny's. I admired Danny. So we tried to do things for the IPP prisoners and get them all released, due to Danny being an IPP prisoner. So when I've got out of jail, he's aligned himself with me a bit. And he's doing pure charity work all over the country and up and around certain places in the world. So what he's doing is, he'd have a lorry and he'd put a notice out to the Islamic community. He's from Blackburn, Malik, and his family were very powerful up there. And the country, to be honest. I'm fucking... whilst I'm in the hostel up there. So this is where I'm in the hostel from jail up there. This is how I started, like, being around a bit. And whilst I'm with this kid, all he's doing is charity work. Yeah, he's got his mates, but he's not dealing drugs. He's not a criminal. He's doing charity work. He's extreme in his thinking, but so am I. So I like that company back then. So he's saying, look, bam, I want to go to Texas. I've got a friend that's being kidnapped and put in jail. I'm saying, what the fuck do you mean, kidnapped? He's saying the CIA have kidnapped her, took her out of her country and put it in jail in Texas. And the person he was going on about was a doctor, a female doctor who was like 62 years old. And this doctor, what she was doing, because she was linked to all pharmaceutical companies in this country, what happens when you get a prescription, right? And I was doing this with him. When you get a prescription off your doctor, you've got sometimes 10 items on there, haven't you? But you won't use 4 of them. You won't use 4 items ever. You'll get them prescribed off the doctor, but you'll use this and won't use them, and you'll have a big stack of them, won't you? So because his family ran something like 144 fucking pharmacies throughout Lancashire. You know, your chemists. What he was asking me to do in our area was get people who have got prescriptions and they'll pay for them. They'll pay the punters money for the prescriptions. And the deal is, we deliver your prescription, but keep the items that you don't use. So what they were doing with these items then is stockpiling them and sending them over to like Syria, Afghanistan, you know, where there's war and there's famine and there's kids and women. All this medication was going over to this woman, this doctor, who was going into these war-torn areas and villages and making people better with the medication. The CIA and all that found out and went right in for her. Took her out the game, lifed her off. And Malik was fucking upset about it. You know, because the help she was doing in them areas, proper decent woman, I believe. Let me try and find her. What's her name? Anyone got any ideas? I think she was an Iranian doctor. The Western media started calling her all mad shit, you know, to like discredit her. I don't even think they put any in the papers or nothing about it, you know. It mentions it, right? Yeah. No. It mentions it, and then you lock on it, and it goes away. Is that who it is, Dr. Afriki? Well, whoever it was, anyway, she's being nicked, and he's gutted, and he wants to get over there to visit her in prison. And he's saying to me, "Do you want to come?" I'm saying, yeah, if I can. But I couldn't, because I'm on licence. Probation wouldn't let me leave the country. So I couldn't. And then he's gonna... What he used to do in these containers as well, say he'd go up to somewhere, he'd go down London to some contacts down there. He'd have a big container on, like a 7.5 ton truck, basically. The back of it would be filth. You'd have charities down there, all getting on him. Yeah, come and get this. He'd fill the van up, bring it back to Blackburn, sort it all out, put it into containers, and then get the containers shipped over to Pakistan and Afghanistan and all these places that were getting bombed and destroyed. That's what he was doing, and because he was doing that, he had MI5 and Special Branch all over him. And because I'm round them, they're all over me. And because of who I am and my history, and now I've aligned to this kid who's meant to be an extreme militant in their mind. So it's a dangerous twosome there. So I was all up for it. And then he's tried to go, but he weren't granted permission to go there. The only way, he said, the only way I can get through is if I go on a charity basis. So what he done was, mooched around the area where she was situated in Texas, found an Islamic charity, contacted them and said to them, "I'd like to do some charity work for you. Can you put me in the process and see if I can be passed for it?" Gone through the process, being passed, he's able to do charity work for 3 weeks in this thing at this date. Because he's got this pass for charity, sail through. He's went right in, went straight to the charity, was working for how many days in this charity, And then one day walked along to the synagogue. Went in the synagogue, unarmed. I think he was saying he had a gun, but he didn't. And when he's in there, there's recordings of him in the synagogue, and you can hear him, he's not being threatening. He's screaming about this doctor. He's not being threatening. He's not threatening to shoot no one. He's not threatening. Even the hostages are saying, oh, he's treating us well. The feds went in and shot him dead. Why? Because he was screaming about this doctor. They shut him up. Because what they've done to this doctor is very, very wrong. And the only reason he shot him dead, he hadn't wrapped no one up, he hadn't tied no one to chairs, he hadn't done nothing dreadful, he's just screaming and shouting about this doctor. Just shot him dead. Killed him off in the synagogue. And then put all mad shit, oh, he held people hostage in the synagogue. Muslim Islamist. He's not. One of the best lads I've fucking seen. Yeah, he had his fucking extreme thinking, where his family are being blew to pieces and his cousins and his bloodline are fucking... He's got that in him. But so's every other Pakistani kid in this fucking country who's had family obliterated in their own fucking origin. He's a boss, decent kid. Honest. Had him in my ma's house. There was only one thing that I've done that he got upset about. So I'm in my ma's house, he's there, got me ma in the front room, got me nieces and nephews popped round or whatever. I'm fucking with him. He goes away, so I don't see him for a minute, so I go and look for him. He's in the kitchen praying. Just in the kitchen, Blato praying on the floor. I said, what the fuck are you doing, lad? In it though, he's in me ma's. And he's just snapped out there and started praying in the kitchen. My ma's mates are there, got kids there. I'm just like, lad, you taking the piss? Not that he's praying. Pray all fucking day, lad, but at least go to the bedroom or the fucking shed. Don't just land in the kitchen and start praying. What are you trying to do? Convert me fucking ma? My ma's like that. Leave him, he's alright. I'm saying, fuck off. Shut up. There's a time and place. But he didn't take it the wrong way. He understood where it was coming from. Yeah, do you want to see Kel Bruch?
Ready, look, shorts up galore, ready. Right, so what's happening with your Kel? Speak to me, mate. I will tell you what's happening. Just talk with me in the main car. This is going live. There should be more people on the channel listening to this live.
There's a little bit of madness on there, so I'm not going to show it. When was that? January the 12th of January 2022. Slippy cunt him. No, he only came on me because of NTK Global. That's who he was fighting for at the time. Yeah, so there you go, lah. All the contents, like the unsolved murders. Let me go back up here, see if there's any up here. It's in the other laptop, all that. Yes, Lewis, lah, you cool? Let me just go right to the beginning. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, this documentary was on Netflix. So this, on the 18th of March 2017, some knobhead tried to kill me. Within a week, I'm doing this documentary.
trying to get away from him, and he's ending up on the driver's seat getting away from the gunman. So all them bullets coming to me youngest brother. A few ricochet around the car, get a mark in the back. So I'm the only one who's not touched. I don't know whether you've been in this situation before, anyone. Everything slowed down. Reality, bang, 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 bang. Me, bang, bang, bang. So the whole incident lasted a minute. With me, it lasted 5. After all the shootings happened, I've heard the car screech off. I've opened the back door. Mark's ran. He screamed off somewhere. Went to Ian's door, the drive door, opened in. He fell out. I've picked him up, put him on the back seat of the Galaxy, pushed Craig back over onto the passenger seat, get in the car, start driving toward the Royal Hospital.
That's just a bit of it. Raw that shit. Every time I started going places, them cunts popped up and cancelled me, like they just done then. We'll try to. Yeah, look.